Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the biggest tech
Shrinking.
online argument of the year.
That's such a good Reddit post.
That'd be great.
You know what's funny? I watched this and I was like, wow, I agree with all these. And I was like, oh, wait. I
was part of
there when we decided this.
Damn, this is a good ass list. Yo, I love this list. That's hilarious. Yeah, what is up, people of the internet? Welcome back to another episode of the Waveform podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Marques.
I'm Andrew.
And I'm David.
And it's December, which means there's still huge videos happening and still a lot to talk about, which is very exciting. We had two really big videos we can talk about from this week. We had the Smartphone Awards 2025. So feel free to argue with me about any of them. And we also had the Xiaomi SU7 video go up, which was a long time in the making. We had to import a car, a whole bunch of living with it, shooting it. It went really well, and obviously that video's been out. Also new Android XR stuff and glass and a Pebble ring. But first, I just want to shout out that this channel is a mere, at the time of recording, 4,000 subscribers away from 500,000 on YouTube. The Waveform YouTube channel is so close to 500,000 subscribers. So I just want to give that little nudge. If you're watching on YouTube, or even better, if you're listening somewhere and haven't subscribed on YouTube, go subscribe to the YouTube channel, and then we'll be able to celebrate before the end of the year.
It's the last chance to hype us.
It is the last chance to hype us.
Yeah.
We become ineligible for hype once we cross over the threshold.
Oh, true.
We want to pass the hypes on to other channels.
Yeah, help us graduate from hype.
And once we hit 500K, Netflix will put us on the platform. And we will be part of Warner Brothers Discovery. By the way,
Oh my God, yes.
someone on, I think it was on Threads.
There's a clip, yeah.
There was a clip from us from a year and a half ago predicting that Netflix would eventually buy Warner Brothers.
Predicting is a strong word.
Well,
Jokingly,
joking,
but also turned out to be right. Oops.
unless, that kind of
Dude,
thing.
I can see
Yeah.
it now. Netflix, Paramount, Skydance, Discovery, Warner.
Don't put this out there
Waveform.
now. 'Cause it's gonna-
Waveform, that's right.
Excuse me.
Oh my God.
Waveform, Netflix, Paramount, Skydance. Discovery.
Look, Netflix, I know that you're getting a bunch of hostile bids for Warner Brothers and you might not even be able to buy it, but if you want a good B plan, we're available.
We have
Speaking-
like $6.
I just want to say, speaking of hostile bids, hilarious story that showed up on a timeline this morning.
Okay.
It was just someone who is squatting on Lambo.com, obviously waiting for a certain car manufacturer to scoop it up, got nothing out of the deal. A judge ruled that they were acting in bad faith, and then
So what?
They didn't get. Yeah, I know. This is
They
this is the
own
thing.
it.
When you're a pirate, when you just sit on a domain because you know you're going to eventually sell it to someone, that's maybe arguably good faith.
That's called
That's
capitalism.
reserving
That's
it
what we do
for
here.
their rightful owner. But I read the story, and it's this person called Richard Blair from Arizona. He bought this for $10,000 in 2018. Lambo was already well known to be Lamborghini by then. But then he listed it for $1.1 million in 2020, and then raised it to $1.5 million, and then raised it to $3.3 million, and then raised it to $12 million, and then raised it to $58 million. And then by 2023, just settled it at a nice, even $75 million.
I see nothing wrong here.
That's like having a house on the market and it's not selling for years and you just keep raising the price.
Yeah. And he
so
claims that Lambo is just a pun on the word lamb, and people call him Lamb.
Just like Lego Flegos.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, he didn't get the money.
That's crazy. I kind of think so.
I think that's crazy.
I think they had plenty of money to buy that from him a long time ago. He took a big risk, but this reminds me of, for a while, it doesn't seem like it's anymore, but Steam.com feels like almost the opposite. But for a while, Steam, the video game platform, is SteamPowered.com.
Oh.
So Steam.com used to be, you would just go onto it and it was like this white page with background of a bunch of pipes. And then it said, welcome to Steam.com. Steam.com is the former home of Steam tunnel operations. And then it just says, this domain is not for sale.
Damn.
And now it just doesn't resolve.
Yeah, now it doesn't resolve to anything. So
So is it for sale?
Still probably privately owned.
I feel like that person just really hated Steam.
I feel like by this point, Steam doesn't need that domain anymore.
They don't.
Yeah,
It's
everyone already has it.
Nobody, yeah.
I just think the whole Lambo story, if they didn't buy it by 2018 and Lambo was just sitting there as a domain in 2018, that's on them, bro. I don't know why the judge would rule that.
Yeah. I mean, you already knew Lambo as Lamborghini by then.
By 2018,
But
of
nobody
course.
I guess it was accidentally people going to Lambo.com. How many buyers
So
are
they
you
should
going
have
to
bought it.
get? I guess that's the thing. What's the conversion rate of someone who accidentally goes to Lambo.com instead of Lamborghini.com? Did you really lose a customer there?
2 Lamborghinis.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know,
the customer
If you're
base is pretty
Googling
small.
it, you're not buying a Lambo.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like probably not as valuable to them, but it would be nice to have. And that he raised
And then
the
they
price.
sued him instead.
It was more just like the judge took the domain from him.
Yeah, but they
And
would have had
ruled-
to sue him to get it, right?
Did Lamborghini?
Did he have anything on the page, or was it just a?
He did.
Oh, he
Oh,
did.
it was something on the page.
Oh, I can
Yeah.
see that.
What was on the page?
Yeah, I can see that.
Was
Oh,
it just
boy.
like pay me this money? Was it something? Because if it's something,
I have
I'll
your
tell you.
children?
or yeah, like
He di-
targeting Lambo,
Yeah.
or Lamborghini.
It was
I
a
could,
Bitcoin wallet address.
he directed Lambo.com to a separate personal website where Rodent
Oh.
Track reported that he posted a statement that says, "I am Lambo of Lambo.com, and I will defend, defeat, and humiliate those endeavoring to steal any of my domain
Okay,
name
well-
brands, including my moniker."
you
How many does this man have?
He was in for a fight.
that guy a little too much confidence going into that one.
Yeah.
It's a little funnier knowing he had that statement and watching him lose that. You also have to assume this guy wasn't very good at bargaining because he was easily making more than 10,000 he paid for it.
Yeah.
But he had to go up to what, 70 million?
75 million.
He probably could have gotten 500,000 out of that pretty easy.
He won it all.
He is hiding every single part of this domain on the Who Is lookup page. Like he is, everything is hidden.
I feel
Seems like it's not
everything
his
has been
anymore.
hidden on that for like 3 years now.
Yeah, I'm
On
guessing
Lambo.
he's
This is
squatting
kinda-
on more than just that domain.
Yeah,
So
nice.
maybe he'll get some money out of the other ones.
Well, Lego, if you want to buy leagueoflegos.com for me, I still have it available.
How much did you buy it
75
for?
million. I think it was like $12. I don't know.
So
wait.
75
It's a-
million starting.
75 million is fair market value.
Do they raise the price on you every year?
No.
Because
Who'd you?
who?
Well,
Who's
it
your-
was Google domains
So Squarespace.
Yeah.
back in the good part of the internet.
A certain domain seller that maybe is sort of similar to Buy Mommy every year raises the price of my obscure ass domain.
Oh, switch off of that.
It's so
You can transfer it.
I can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I recommend it actually.
I bought
recommend
it.
it.
I bought it for dollars, like because it's just it's almost a random string of characters.
What's the domain?
I don't want to say it because I can say it.
Can you bleep it out?
You own it. You own
It's
it.
yeah, it's ellisrow.vin.
Oh, that's cool.
It's
Nice.
not something that anyone would ever need.
It going up is proof that your popularity is climbing.
They raised it by over times when I tried to renew it.
What?
Oh.
Yeah, like
X?
bleep this out because I don't want to get the numbers wrong. And like, yeah, but I bought it dollars, and when they renewed it, they were like that dollars.
What?
Yeah, for the year.
crazy.
And I was like,
wild.
I'm gonna do this, but you're acting in bad faith.
Yeah.
I
wonder if
feel like
all
I
dot-
shouldn't say this into a podcast microphone, but mkbhd.com has not changed in price once.
What?
Yeah, since we first
I
got
think you're
it.
getting scammed.
I wonder if
I feel
all
like-
VIN domains went up in price. Maybe that's what
Yeah,
happened.
maybe
It
like
might be
the
something
global winery industry experienced
cars.
no, Vin is the one for vineyards and
Vino.
wineries.
Oh,
The Italian
Yeah.
word for wine.
Maybe they're mad at me because I'm not making wine. As far as they know, I am. But
They're trying to price you out so some
Yeah.
winemaker
All right,
can
Jesus.
move in.
I will say, going back a little bit further, I think it's a bold move to hear a story about a guy holding onto a website to try and get money and then immediately say, "Hey, Lego, I'm willing to sell me doing the
Do
exact
you think
same
Lego's
thing."
gonna want that domain?
Either Lego or Riot. And I've got League of Lego and League of Legos. So
Well, League of Legos
I got
is
both of them.
incorrect, right? Because
No.
Lego is
Lego Flagos.
it's League of Legos.
But
remember. It's
isn't Lego not?
sports bar.
Irish sports bar
But they're-
that sponsors the soccer league.
But you don't use Lego as a plural, right? It's Lego bricks.
Oh,
is
true.
the plural of Lego.
Really?
Is that like
Yeah, it's
Apple
like
so.
AirPod?
AirPods Pro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lego bricks.
yeah. There's no.
So you can
pro
ditch
Lego.
that one.
Or wouldn't it be Lego's brick?
Yeah.
That's
I
gonna
want
be
everyone
good.
to know we do have actual news coming up.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Sorry, yeah. Are we still on topic or are we
Are we
off
still
topic?
on that? I think we're on topic.
Anyway, okay. So what happened this week? What do you want to talk about?
There was actually a lot of stuff this week. I'm very happy that things keep happening because it's usually around this time of the year that we're like,
That things stop happening.
okay, yeah, that things completely stop happening, that molecules stop vibrating, the absolute zero starts entering. Although in New York, it's close to absolute zero right
Yeah,
now.
it's the heat death of New York.
It sucks. But one of the things that did happen this week, was the Android Show XR edition. which Adam was very hyped about.
I was. I
Clearly
watched
not
the whole
me.
thing on 3X. So
I could be hyped, but I didn't watch it, so it's your job now to hype me on this.
Well, so now they're doing like more Android shows per year. They're sort of trying to like just have Android be this rolling update thing as opposed to those big platform releases.
Yeah.
And one of them is XR. And clearly, the Vision Pro style of XR is falling out of popularity. However, something that they really wanted to kind of like drive home during this Android XR edition show was that we have 4 versions of XR currently in development, which felt extremely similar to the video that we did about the difference between the Oculus version of VR and like the Meta, like Ray-Ban smart glasses. But they put 2 more in the middle because there is a new product coming out called Project Aura, which is made by Xreal with Gemini. And have you ever used like those Xreal glasses before?
Yeah, they're like they look like regular glasses, but then you essentially flip down like blinders, I guess, in front of you, and then they can project a screen so you can watch stuff on.
They have the screen no matter what. The cover is just to like black out the background, so it's
Okay.
easier to
wanna
see
do
the
that.
screen. Yeah.
and then you plug them into a device.
Yeah, you can either plug them into. They now have wireless casting, which is cool. But they
Alice,
really.
that would have been so nice for our third-person video that we did.
Oh, if that lagged though, that would have been.
Yeah, there was
painful.
definitely some lag in there, no matter what.
I have a stupid question.
Go
Is
for it.
Xreal and Nreal the same thing?
They
they
rebranded
changed.
from Nreal to Xreal.
It's the same thing.
Stupid.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, you can project virtual experiences onto it, sort of have like multiple displays. The battery puck looks extremely similar to the Vision Pro battery puck, but it is also a trackpad. Which is
Amazing.
interesting.
Oh, that's kind of sick.
It's kind of interesting. Yeah, you can use the trackpad.
I was not excited about this until I saw them use it as a trackpad. I was like, that is so clever.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You can plug it directly into your computer to get an additional screen above your floating screen, but also your screen. And then because it is built with Google alongside them, Gemini is available anytime about anything. So that actually, in my opinion, is probably the most beneficial feature, is that you just constantly have this Gemini assistant who sees what's on your screen and you can talk about things with, and it can
About anything.
provide actions for you.
Yeah.
So that's being developed right now. They still don't have like a price or availability for it, but they did show it to a number of journalists, as well as detail them a little bit more.
Can I confirm something real quick?
Sure.
So it's wireless casting, but there still is a wire hanging from it for the
For the
puck.
battery.
Okay.
And
So
you
it's not totally wireless.
I believe you can also plug it in directly to your computer if you
Okay.
want. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. They are also working on AI glasses which have a display and which do not have a display, because they're with Warby Parker and Gentle Monster, which are very different brands. they showed like this video of the Warby Parker people talking about glasses, and they were just very like suave and kind of casual. And then they jumped to the Gentle Monster, which is this like Korean hype brand. High fashion.
And they did it for like a minute. It was like
Yeah.
5 minutes of straight A/B back and forth
Yeah.
between the two sets, and I was like, this was a choice.
Exactly. And it seems like the way that they're thinking about the Android XR platform is that it's going to exist across like multiple different types of devices.
Yeah.
Just kind of like how Android exists across multiple different types of devices. But the biggest benefit about making this ubiquitous platform that works on multiple different devices is that they've made it so you don't have to code your apps differently for different types of devices, right? So if you're using like the Xreal glasses, for example, and they have the screen, and you have an Uber app integration, say you're wearing the Xreal glasses, or say there's a future in which there is a smart glasses with the screen. Because the Xreal glasses in this context are just like showing you what Android XR will look like on more like Meta Ray-Ban display type glasses. But imagine you call an Uber with your glasses, you get the little notification in the bottom that shows like how long it's going to take for the Uber to get there. Then when you look down, you can see a map of the area around you and where the Uber is.
Fire.
So then you can like walk to the Uber. That was like their big kind of showcase. But the big benefit was that they said that developers do not need to code anything differently. So as long as they still have these integrations for their actual Android app, it automatically adds all these features for Android XR.
Okay.
Which I think is a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
They also unveiled new likeness features, which is their equivalent of personas. And honestly, they looked very, very good. They kind of look like the new generation of personas. So they skipped that really creepy,
The gimmicky weird part.
I just keep
gimmicky,
forgetting
weird part.
what each one of them's called. Like, is Apple's called Personas?
Personas. And this is
then
likeness.
Likeness. And then
Yeah.
there's Samsung's, whatever that one's called. They all have a different version of it.
Yeah.
The better all of these get, the more they look like old bad portrait mode photos, where like
Yeah.
everything in the middle is really good, but then the cutout of it gets worse and worse and like
Yeah.
more fuzzy.
Yeah, like
It's
the
a really
old,
good visual.
yeah. Also, you can now turn any 2D content that you're viewing in Android XR into 3D content.
Including YouTube videos, which
Including
I found
YouTube
very
videos.
interesting.
So you know how Apple in the Vision Pro has that feature where you can spatialize anything, and also on your iPhone. Now you can spatialize literally anything, which is I think pretty cool because it makes you want to actually wear it more because you're actually getting a novel, different experience in the headset.
I want to try it out because I'm curious how different kinds of content are going to behave
Yeah.
with that.
Do we have the Project Moonhand headset? Do we have one?
We don't have it here.
Oh, we don't. Okay. Well, we could try that.
Or
We'll
no,
get it.
we do have a Galaxy.
Galaxy XR.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should try that then because I think it's
Oh,
the
works
update
on
is
it.
out.
Oh, the update's out. Oh.
It's across any Android XR device.
okay.
Yeah.
I will try it.
And then they also introduced a travel mode, which is basically the travel mode that they introduced for the Vision Pro.
So when you get on a plane, it doesn't have your windows flying behind you at 500
Yeah.
miles an hour. Perfect.
yeah.
Cool.
Okay, and then kind of as a secondary to that, they did give some hands-ons with Google's Project Aura smart glasses things.
I'm excited for these.
Yeah. Victoria Song at The Verge said that Google told her to consider it a headset masquerading as glasses,
Okay.
which is an interesting way to put it. But they have a 70-degree field of view, which is quite wide.
Sure.
Like I think usually these kind of headsets have about 40, so that's a lot. And they do have integrations with the Pixel Watch and other smartwatches. So basically you can take a photo on the headset and then it'll appear on your Pixel Watch. And the reason they're doing this is because as they expand the Android XR platform and they know it's going to be across multiple devices, there might be some XR devices that don't have a screen.
Yeah.
So if you take a picture on that, you can just see it on your watch to get a preview of what it looks like.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're kind of trying to make this whole XR ecosystem. And then the big news that they announced was that iOS users can also use the glasses as long as they have the Gemini app installed,
It's actually an enormous deal
which is actually a big deal.
here.
So if Apple never gets into making glasses, just like they didn't get into making cars, then,
Then there
Everyone
will be
will
a
be
fight for the iPhone users.
yeah, there won't be a fight.
What do you, Pixar made cars.
Oh, right. I forgot. And Cars 2, Electric
Cars 2.
Boogaloo. Speaking of
Wait for it. There's a good segue somewhere. Hold on.
things that have microphones in them that you can wear on your body.
Speaking of wearables.
Oh my God, that was obvious.
Speaking of wearables,
Speaking of wearables,
Pebble announced a ring with a microphone in it.
yeah,
Okay.
it's
At first, I was like,
Yeah.
this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And then I just read through it. There's obvious use cases for it. You want to just like whisper into your ring, a nice command that nobody else can hear in the room. And it's like an easy way to say it.
like
And no one else can hear it.
Gollum.
Yeah, you just whisper it. It literally said whisper on the website. And I was like picturing
That's
someone
interesting. I was wondering why you immediately went to that and not just like that.
Yeah.
A ring's right there and you can talk to it.
Well, yeah, I guess so. It's that it's convenient. It's on your hand. You always have it in your hand, basically. But it's
Yeah.
also, you can like hold it right up to your face and it doesn't seem insane.
yeah,
And so you can whisper to it and nobody else can hear you.
yeah. The way Eric Mijakovsky, the guy that made this, who is the founder of Pebble, brought it back, we talked about that a lot. The way he pitched it to me was that it is a second hard drive for your brain, because he says he has things all the time that he wants to remember or like create a task for or a calendar event for, but he always forgets to do it unless he does it like in the moment. So he put a button on a ring. It's a physical hard button. There's no wake word. And you press it and it's very hackable. So you can do single taps, you can do double taps, you can do triple taps, you can do tap and hold, and it can do different actions. But the main point of it is to be able to record some audio into it, which it has local memory that it stores on the ring, and that sends it to your phone. And it uses the MCP protocol, which is like this new AI protocol that Anthropic made.
They
which,
just donated it, by the way.
yeah, they donated it to everybody, which allows it to perform actions for you. So right now in the Pebble app, you'll be able to like save a reminder, or you'll be able to make a calendar event. And the whole point basically is just to have something that is just instant, easy access that you won't have
And you
to
can
like.
only do that in the Pebble app.
You have to have the Pebble app, but it can take actions in other apps. But as the Pebble app is just the connecting thread. But for example, Eric told me that when he saves notes, he always does it in Notion. So he has it immediately save a note to Notion, which I thought would get you guys excited.
Yeah, I kind of want this now.
Yeah.
You can only use it for 2 to 3 years though, because it's a one-time use product.
That was also
That's the
crazy.
part
This
that
is
I
the
do not
weird-
because
like.
I've seen rings charged,
thing.
so I'm not sure why they chose to do this.
This is the weird thing. So yeah, it has about 2 years of battery life because it can, it has a battery that they send in it and you record a certain amount of audio and it can last that long. And Eric's kind of like reasoning for this was that you would have to have a proprietary charger.
Yes.
And if it lasts 2 years, you're gonna lose the charger. That was his reasoning.
I lose the ring before the charger. My charger just sits in a spot.
Yeah.
So I don't love that it sort of feels like it's e-waste. He said you can send it back to them and they'll recycle it, and then you just buy another one because they're $75.
I feel like that is e-waste. Doesn't feel like e-waste.
Well, it depends how they're recycling it, right? It's like if they're taking it
Yeah.
apart and putting a new battery in it, then it's different. And if you get money off the new one,
You should get money off the new one.
I should be able to
If
just
it's literally just sending it back and getting a new one because the battery died, or
Yeah.
a charge should be pretty cheap or free.
Right.
I shouldn't have to pay full price again, right?
I agree.
Seems like you should
I
get
think they
this
haven't thought that far ahead yet because it lasts 2 years and they're just releasing this.
Yeah.
I, by default, don't really love single-use
that's
products like this
awful.
in general. But we'll see how they're recycling
It's
it,
a
I
cool
guess.
idea, but I just wish
Yeah.
you could charge it.
Yeah.
Has he confirmed this is not coming to the watches that they're making that are also thing on wrist that can talk to?
You can do that on the watch.
You can do it on the watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just he said that it's for people that prefer to just like wear a ring, or you can use it with your watch and it can sort of do multiple actions. So you can ask it to do an action, adding something to your calendar or whatever, and then it'll show up on your watch to confirm if you want to do that kind of stuff.
That's cool.
So it's sort of, they're building like a Pebble ecosystem in a way. And they're $75. So again, it's like fairly cheap. They come in matte black, probably just for you.
All right.
Gold,
You got me.
Gold and silver.
It says if you record for 15 straight hours, then you will kill the battery.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
15 hours roughly total.
That's sort of the estimate that they made for the 2 years was like if you use it for like 1 minute a day for 2-ish years, then you get about that. So
I think they're missing a great opportunity here where instead of putting a microphone in the ring, they should put a speaker in the ring and make it thumb sized and then make a much smaller microphone ring for the pinky, Bluetooth it, every phone call, yellow,
Damn.
that'd be dope.
Pebble.
The cool
hireable.
The cool thing though is like Eric is like very hardcore about things being open source and hackable. So everything about this ring is open source. So the community can do whatever they want with, I don't know, it's an extra button that you just have on you all the time. So it's sort of like an action button, but it's on your hand instead of on your phone. I think that's cool.
The concept is super dope.
Find
I'm
a way to not
curious
turn
about
this
the
into
execution.
e-waste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is really cool.
I mean, or it dies and you just use it as a ring, I guess. There is that too. But I agree.
Sure.
I don't love the idea of just a single use product like that.
I'm mostly hyped that this is coming to the watch because I've been more and more wanting to get the watch lately.
Totally.
And this seems like a cool thing.
Isn't this just what Gemini is going to be doing? Like, the raise to talk to Gemini thing?
on like the
on
Pixel Watch.
Yeah, sorry.
Or if you have glasses that are listening for your wake word.
I like the
theoretically-
button, though. I like pressing a physical thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's cool.
And theoretically, in the future, it'd be nice to have multiple ways to interact with this depending on the way that you like to wear things, If you don't want to use a Pixel Watch and you want to use a ring instead if you're a ring guy.
It's also waterproof.
Ring
I feel
girl.
like if I get all my best ideas in the shower and I don't have my phone or my glasses on.
Yeah.
You don't have a Google Home in your shower?
No, I don't. Wait, is that a good... Oh, wait a minute.
No, it's terrible.
I don't have that.
It'd have to be
then I-
just outside enough to where you would be like yelling through the curtain or
Yeah.
door and probably annoying. And
Yeah.
and splashing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
allegedly, Adweek
In Minecraft.
posted an article claiming that advertisers working with Google, at least two different ones, have indicated that ad replacements inside of Gemini's AI mode will be rolling out in 2026. This is obviously the AI mode just in like in the
Google search.
search results where like, or rather the results, the separate mode.
Yeah.
But that's all there really is.
And Google denied that?
So yeah, according to Google's VP of Global Ads, Dan Taylor, quote, "The story is based on uninformed, anonymous sources who are making inaccurate claims. There are no ads in the Gemini app, and there are no current plans to change that." Which is
That is a lie.
kind of intentionally vague. Like no plans to change that this year.
Yeah, exactly.
It feels
Oh yeah, he does specifically
quite
say
vague to
right in
me.
the start, there are no ads currently
there are no ads in the Gemini app, and there are no current
App.
plans
Is-
to change
There are
that.
definitely plans. They're
Is
just
AI
maybe
mode
not
an
coming
app?
out
They're
this
not
year.
current.
Yeah.
They're future plans to change that.
This feels
Yeah.
crazy because Gemini still feels like a beta program. It's wrong all the time.
Uh-huh.
Here's some anecdotal evidence. I listened to a disc golf podcast and listened to all 4 hosts the other day make fun of Gemini because of how wrong it is.
Oh my
These are
gosh.
non-tech people just randomly getting Gemini stuff and
I
being
also
like,
listened
yeah,
to
but
a
don't
watch
trust
podcast
that.
where they did the same thing.
Yeah,
Really?
it's like pretty common knowledge that
I-
like no one takes this seriously.
I had a non-tech person be like, yo, I saw that like Gemini is at the top of the AI leaderboards or whatever, and whenever I try to use it, it's completely useless.
What are the leaderboards?
There's a
like a-
website that does like a series of trials and
Yeah.
stuff like that to try to guess which one. And the
Oh.
newest version of Gemini took over Claude as like the top
Yeah.
the top one.
Most capable,
Yeah.
smartest.
Oh.
Yeah, although OpenAI's Code Red is coming next week, I believe, or this week,
And then
Yeah.
whatever that means.
If you're plugged in enough, it seems like everyone's panicking over Gemini being so good.
Yeah.
oh wow.
But if you're
I'm
not plugged in, seems crazy.
but if you're the ones using it,
Yeah.
I just wanted to point a finger here because I think I've whittled it down to where tech in the last 10 years has gone downhill. And
I
I'm
told you I apologize.
I'm blaming it on PUBG.
Whoa.
Explain.
on.
Not specifically that, but PUBG to me feels like one of the first, not the first, extremely successful alpha paid for games that came out where they made so much money off of this game never even getting to beta, let alone a like public full release they claimed. But they made so much money that they're just like, we can still just keep shipping a broken ass game and people will pay money for it.
Yeah, why
And
did
since then, everyone's just like, I don't need to finish this project. People will pay for it. And I hate that.
that was really
And I
interesting.
loved PUBG, but I think it's PUBG's fault.
So that's really interesting. Why did people buy PUBG so much if it was so broken? It must have been still
really
good.
good.
It was still really good.
Still really fun.
You still have to get over the threshold of being really good so that if it does have bugs, it's still worth trying.
It is, but just like in all those scenarios too, like people assumed the game would be finished. And you're like paying $30 to get the game and you'll keep it once it comes out as a full release. But then they just kept realizing like, we're the most popular game on Steam right now. Everybody's playing us.
That's the thing.
We just don't need to leave alpha. They
Yeah,
may
if people vote with their wallets and it turns out the thing that they're voting on is we don't actually care if the game is finished, we just care that it's good now, then everyone takes the hint and just starts copying that.
Yeah, what
It's
even
kinda
is
like-
alpha and beta and
In a game,
gamma in a game?
I guess there's just unfinished features that are not ready, or like different modes or whatever that they're going to ship that they're not ready to ship yet, but they ship one mode and it's like
Isn't that
people
just
love it.
all software now, though?
Yeah. Well, that's what we're saying.
All
There was
software
some
is forever
inflection
in
point.
beta.
Yeah, there was some inflection point where that became the standard to ship something and charge people for it that's not done yet.
Right.
And people became okay with it because the part that they're buying was good enough.
Yeah, like Star Citizen. Yeah. The game that is still technically in early
Is it really?
access.
I was gonna say I'm minorly wrong already. I guess it did technically get a 1.0 release in 2017. It was out for a bit before that, but the first game became insanely popular in alpha, and I guess they did update it. So maybe it's not all PUBG's fault. but I'm still blaming.
I'll go back further and blame Google. Because there's like an inside joke now where you're like, all Google users are just beta testing whatever new software and features and stuff they're doing. And now they've turned it into a feature with pixel drops. It's like, hey, now you're in on it. You know, it's like, look at
I
this.
just feel like we're all buying beta software lately.
The game Star Citizen, which is still in early access alpha, has nearly weighed $1 billion. $922,579,978.
It's not just, it's hardware too.
Yeah.
Remember?
Oh no, I know.
Remember when someone was like, "Hey, we're gonna sell you this truck, and eventually you'll be able to go put an extra battery in the truck. Just buy the truck now."
We're going to sell you this pin. You know the story.
Oh, we know.
Well, I wanted to point a finger, and it seems like I'm already wrong about that, but
Well, also,
still just mad about
didn't
all.
Minecraft do this first?
Did they?
Yeah, you could buy Minecraft in its alpha version, I think in 2010.
I'd rather blame Minecraft.
I guess that's also the thing is like if you're labeling it as the alpha version and unfinished,
Yeah.
and you're honest about that, but you still make it for sale and people still buy it and give you tons of money for it, it must have been good enough.
I will say also, as someone who was an alpha Minecraft player in the 5th and 6th grade, it at no point was ever unstable. Like I can't recall it ever crashing.
It was just maybe missing a mode or new feature or something.
It was just like Dirt Simulator.
Yeah.
Seems like it was in alpha for 5 months and beta for 11 months.
Technically, isn't alpha supposed to be for like internal testing?
Dude, I don't know.
No, that's the dog food version.
I thought that was alpha, and then beta was like external testing. Like then you release it to users and like check how.
I just
other
think
people
that
use it.
literally everything is in beta now because
You're all-
everything is constantly being developed.
Alphas are the ones that need to get paired with omegas in order to anyone.
So like
There's
a manosphere.
the point you're making is true though. Like the more I think about Dia, this browser, it's like clearly not finished. There's tons of features that they're obviously planning on adding, but they shipped it super early because people wanted the core of it allegedly, and it's like kind of always in beta. Like they're always adding tons of stuff.
Yeah.
So
Does it feel
people want it.
significantly better now, by the way?
Dia, yeah. I can pin tabs now. I have all these like I can double tap to rename tabs. There's all these features that they added from Dia or from Arc.
Yeah.
So yes,
I know
it
it's
does feel
getting
better.
closer to Arc, but I keep wondering when the point is when I can actually switch because I just love Arc so
I
much.
think it crossed that threshold for me with like 2 updates ago
Okay.
because of the pin tabs. I still wish I had mobile sync and I still wish I had like 2 spaces to swap back and forth between sync tabs, but as of right now, it is good enough for me.
I don't think they're doing spaces.
I mean, Chrome added split view, so it has me back now. I'm back on Chrome.
Oh yeah, split view is nice. Anyway,
Let's duck go to the polls and take it to an ad break.
6, 7.
oh no.
Guys, exciting news. Waveform Trivia is allegedly in Minecraft partnering
With Netflix?
with DraftKings. You listening at home
No.
can now bet.
It's a joke, it's a joke, it's a joke, it's
on
a joke.
Who is going to get this question? I'm just kidding.
It's a joke.
Guys, welcome back to Waveform Trivia. Android XR is here. And we all know this is not Google's first foray into AR XR. We all remember Google Glass. But between Google Glass
And cardboard.
Don't forget
that
cardboard.
Yeah,
the answer?
that's the answer, right? How did none of you guys see that?
It's not. None of these are the answers.
Okay.
Okay.
I knew that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Project
Also-
Daydream.
Also, everybody remember Daydream cardboard. That is VR. That is VR.
True.
Yeah. So maybe let me finish the question. None of you are RuPaul on Family Feud. If anyone gets that reference.
Nope.
Famous clip.
Not at all.
Thank you, Marques. Between Google Glass and yesterday's event, Google had a secret AR XR project that was canceled in 2023. What was the code name of this project?
Well, it was a secret, so
Probably.
it should be really hard for us to know.
The Verge reported on it about, I think it was a few months after it got canceled, and then a bunch of Google employees were like, yeah, this existed, and they were really mad. And it got, if I remember this, what happened correctly is Vision Pro came out. Then it came out that Google was working on this and had canceled it, and a bunch of Google employees were like, you know, we could have been competing with Vision Pro.
Which is what every company is trying to do.
Yeah.
Why? We're not sure.
Interesting.
I don't think
Okay.
they're sure either.
I agree.
I don't think Apple is sure either.
Well, we'll think about this one. Answers will be at the end, like usual. We'll be right back. Support for the show comes from Framer. You need a website. Step 1, you devote hours of your time to learn how to code. scratch that. Actually, step one, you find a site builder. You can go with one of those basic builders that gets you a cookie cutter site, or you can go with Framer and get a full feature design tool to design the exact website you want for your business. Framer already built the fastest way to publish beautiful, production-ready websites, and it's now redefining how we design for the web. With the recent launch of Design Pages, a free canvas-based design tool, Framer is more than a site builder. It's a true all-in-one design platform. From social assets to campaign visuals to vectors and icons, all the way to a live site. Framer is where ideas go live, start to finish. Framer even helps you design more than websites. You can create social assets, campaign visuals, icons, and even site resources all in one place. And listen, we all know a terrible website when we see one. Maybe it's awkward to use, maybe links are broken, maybe it's just an eyesore. Having an awful website is a bad look for your whole company. And so with Framer, there's no excuses anymore. It's easy to navigate, the tools feel familiar, and there's tons of tutorials to help you figure out what looks and feels best. So now's the best time to create a website you've always wanted to, or update the current site that needs a little love. Whether you're an individual or an electric highway toll system, it is time to make your website look great. Ready to design, iterate, and publish on one tool? Start creating for free at framer.com/design and use code WAVE for a free month of Framer Pro. That's framer.com/design and use promo code WAVE. Framer.com/design, promo code WAVE. Rules and restrictions may apply. Support for the show comes from Grammarly. Work isn't easy. Sure, you can love what you do, but with all the emails and presentations and applications you have to create, it's anything but easy, and there's not a great way to make it easier. But what you can do is make it more efficient. Enter Grammarly, the one-stop shop to help supercharge your workflow process so you can work efficiently and effectively. Grammarly is an AI-powered writing assistant that helps users improve their grammar, spelling, punctuation, and style across various platforms. And because they are so committed to expediting workflow, they've added a new member to their team. Say hello to Superhuman. Superhuman is the AI productivity suite that gives you superpowers everywhere you work. With the intelligence of Grammarly, Mail, and Coda built in, you can get things done faster and collaborate seamlessly. Finally, AI that works where you work, however you work. Superhuman makes sure that you stand out. No learning curve, just simple and easy to use, and that's what efficiency looks like. Get AI that works where you work and unlock your superhuman potential. Learn more at superhuman.com/podcast. That's superhuman.com/podcast. All right, welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the biggest tech online argument of the year. It's time. I took that directly from a Reddit comment about the smartphone awards, but it is super accurate, so shout out to Iron_Quirk. Smartphone awards are out. I gave my favorite and best and worst and most notable smartphones from 2025. I'm going to go through them all. And maybe if you guys have alternate opinions or thoughts on my awards, obviously some of you guys helped chip in and we discussed these all kind of as a group. So some of you probably already got your thoughts in. But for the pod, we can go over each of the awards, which one won, and some thoughts. And some arguments that happened online about them.
Yeah, afterwards I took some of the most common comments and arguments I saw.
I'm glad you did that.
Let's go through the list first.
All right, let's start. Let's just go in the order of the show. For the beginning, best big phone, Xiaomi 17 Pro Max. Huge 6.9-inch display. When are we going to get a 7-inch screen on a phone? We're probably pretty close to that, but 6.9 inches is like as good as it gets without being a tablet. And it had everything. It had the Snapdragon 8 Elite. It had the 7,500 milliamp hour silicon carbon battery. It had all of the specs. It had the triple 50 megapixel cameras. And then around the back, it also had a 3-inch full brightness, 120 hertz corner-to-corner screen on the camera bump. And it was actually very useful.
Crazy.
Super fast charging, 22.5 watt wireless charging, reverse wireless charging. Hilarious. Just a complete use of space. No argument. Everyone agrees.
Just like their car. They just went way too hard.
That's actually kind of true.
Wait, was this the one that had the reverse wireless charging at 22?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
It's so
faster
funny.
than many phones charge with a wire.
Yeah.
Dude, faster than some battery banks.
Yeah.
Yeah, very valid. I don't think there's anything close. Am I crazy? I gave a runner-up to, I mentioned the Oppo Find X9 Pro because it also had a lot of this stuff. Just the screen on the back was what separated the Xiaomi. So.
Right. Because technically, if you count the total screen real estate, it's basically 7 inches.
That's what I was thinking. Like,
fair enough.
Screen to body ratio. If we were going back to those days, like, what do we start adding this to?
120%.
Well, it's funny actually. When we had that, remember the concept phone that had the screen that wrapped around the
That was
back?
Xiaomi, right?
Yeah, it was Xiaomi.
It probably was Xiaomi.
It was the Mi Mix
Ultra, I think it was called.
Mi Mix
right?
Alpha?
Alpha.
Alpha, I
Oh.
think.
Alpha.
Yeah, I think they did quote a number for the screen to body ratio for that phone.
Really?
And I don't remember what it
200%?
was, but it was definitely over 100%.
my gosh.
It was hilarious.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that was best big phone of the year. Now, best small phone of the year is where it gets interesting.
Yeah.
Because, well, we used to give this award to like a 5.8-inch screen size phone. And then that was the Zen phone that went extinct. So then we started giving to like 6.1-inch phones. Last year it was this iPhone 16, I think, 6.1-inch phone. This year it's like all the small phones are not like incredible anymore, and they're all getting bigger. And there's just one type of phone that preserves like some element of small phone-ness, and that is the flip phones.
Yeah.
And specifically the Z Flip 7 this year with its like full corner-to-corner 4-inch cover screen
Yeah.
was more usable than ever as like a take it out of my pocket, use it, put it back in, and never open the phone. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to reward that as like the best of a compact phone experience, because you can still open it and use it as a 6.9-inch flagship, fine. But it was more usable than ever as a closed phone, and that's why it's the small phone of the year.
That's what this should have been this whole time.
I've been fighting for this for a long time, but I'll agree. I think this is the most
Yeah.
deserving since.
It has gotten runner-ups before and honorable mentions.
I think
before.
considering they finally added basically the full screen to the front,
Yeah.
and in a year specifically where people are doing anything to not use their phone, like using Apple Watches as their phone in a little case, or just like finding other ways to be able to be in communication with people while not looking at their phone. I think a phone that you do not have to open if you don't want to is a very good small phone awardee.
The reason I always felt like this one should have won small phone is because if you ask people why they got that phone, it's because it folds into something smaller. Yes, it unfolds into a bigger screen, but that's not why they got it.
I'd always,
they got it 'cause it's small,
I always mention that because it was like, yes, it folds smaller, but like that's not while you're using it. So I didn't reward it for that. I was like, yeah, you're using a huge phone and then you fold it up smaller and put it away. So it wasn't until you really could use it small that I like flipped that switch.
Get it?
Get it? Flip. But also honorable mention to OnePlus 13S, which had a 6.3-inch screen, but they called it the 13S because it's the small one, and it was a pretty good phone.
All right.
So
Yeah.
there you go.
That's Ellis's next phone, the 13S.
Yeah.
Nah.
Is it small enough?
Ellis will never move.
Alice loves OnePlus.
I know, but I would never use a OnePlus phone again as much as I like the Open. But I will say the OnePlus 13S intro we did, I think was my favorite
was
video
crazy
intro.
Really
cool.
good.
One of my
we made
top
this
3
year.
this year. Yeah,
It was
So,
that was a
freaking
fun one. All right, next one. Straight into the ones that people had alternate opinions about, but best camera. Oppo Find X9 Pro
Absolutely.
took the win this year.
Correct. So good.
It
Ridiculous.
was. This is a triple camera system, 50 megapixel main, 50 megapixel ultra wide, 200 megapixel telephoto, and I took a lot of sample shots. I was debating this. We literally. I
talked
think
about
we
this
had
one for a while.
we had like alternate trophies. Like we were ready to give this to like 2 or 3 different phones, and I was testing the Vivo X300 Pro. I was testing the iPhone, and I just found that this one was the most versatile and the most capable at the same time.
Yeah.
And it had the fun.
Yeah.
So great primary camera, really consistent, awesome colors, great detail, great dynamic range and all that. Ultra wide was really good. Then the telephoto, thanks to having 200 megapixels, was very, very croppable. We'll talk more about megapixels in an upcoming bonus episode. But that there's also the Hasselblad like zoom lens that you could attach to it, which I had a lot of fun with. It's not the best thing in the world, but it was super cool and fun. It also had really good portrait mode, good night mode. Pretty good video too. You could shoot log. It was 4K.
Yeah.
I like that complete package.
I think my favorite thing about this phone's camera was how natural the bokeh looked.
that was important for me over the Vivo.
Yeah.
So the Vivo, very similar set of hardware, but just had like this weird over processing going on with
Yeah.
it. And I was doing a lot of side by sides because I was like really happy with the detail in the Vivo shots. But I think because of how much processing and a lot of it was AI processing was going on, the bokeh started to look weird, even in regular shots of just like a single subject. And it wasn't consistent enough for me to give it the win. So that was important.
I felt that the color, the skin texture was like perfect. It wasn't overly smooth and it wasn't overly sharpened. And then the naturalness of the bokeh especially on the telephoto, but like on any of the lenses, but especially on the telephoto with the Hasselblad attachment, when you get that long,
10x.
that long look with like the natural sort of fall off. I thought it was like, I could not distinguish this between this and an actual dedicated camera.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's crazy good.
Yeah,
It
the
was
shots
wild
from the
good.
Hasselblad attachment lens were kind of insane.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun.
Does Hasselblad now partner with Oppo in the same way they used to partner with
OnePlus. They are partnered, yeah.
Okay.
And I think they will probably continue that longer. I think Oppo and OnePlus shared that partnership or something.
Yeah,
I don't
they
even know
both
how to
had it.
describe the partnership. But yeah, OnePlus dropped it.
They're all under BBK group.
That was my follow-up
Yeah.
I mean, when you said like, I was thinking about giving it to Vivo, but I give it to Oppo, I just imagine that picture of Obama giving himself the medal. Like,
yeah.
putting
The
the medal
BBK trilogy. Yeah, they're all part of the same giant group.
Yeah.
But yes,
This was like
is
the
one.
first time there was a lens attachment that you seemed excited to use. Not excited to use. You've been excited to use once, but you use it and you're like, wait, this is actually like good and fun.
and also the build quality of that lens is crazy.
Yo, Hasselblad's got a reputation to uphold. You
yeah.
can't just put their name on anything.
Sorry, DJI's got a reputation.
Yeah,
Fair enough. Honorable mention still goes to the iPhone 17 Pro. The video is still undisputed. This is the reason the iPhone was winning so much, almost every camera award before this, is because the video is a head and shoulders and a head and more shoulders above every other smartphone that I use. Ask anyone who shoots stuff on social media and uses phones to shoot them. We have an entire channel that we run just on phones. And guess which one is the most reliable that we shoot the most with? It's the iPhone 17 Pro. That's because of the ease of shooting. That's because of the quality of the footage, the flexibility, the log, the dynamic range, the look. It looks better than ever this year. And all they did was like add gen lock. Like they don't even shoot. There's no 8K. They don't really do much to it every year, but it's just great every year. I kind of want them to add to it. I want them to get rid of some of the point light problems at night in the low lights. I kind of want them to get 8K and improve the mics, but it's just the best video on a smartphone.
I want them to add True RAW, because right now they only have Pro RAW, and you have to use all these apps, and there's all these apps that are blowing up, like the Moment Pro Camera 2 app got really big, and then Halide. And if Apple just like Sherlocked all of those by next year, just announcing, all right, we're just allowing True RAW out of this camera in this like Pro mode setting.
I always wonder about that.
Yeah.
So that in 8K, I always wonder about because it seems like a storage problem. And I don't know if it's not even a problem. It's just that they don't want to give people the ability to fill up their entire phone storage with an hour of video.
I think that Apple is more afraid of people taking photos that they don't like.
But they let us shoot log, which is like they give us pro features and people who know what they're doing can shoot quote ugly videos and then make them look great because like 4K log looks quote bad and then you make it look great. So I figure they shouldn't be afraid of that so much.
I guess so. I think that they're definitely leaning more into it finally, and I think they're getting a little less afraid of it. And honestly, like every single year they have to release some new camera feature, right? Because they know that the camera is the main selling point of a lot of these phones. That's why they had announced Gen Lock, because they it's a pointless feature for literally like 99.999% of people, even most people on these sets.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's a new thing that they can say, like, look how even more pro this is now. So, notably, friend of the show, Mr. Mobile Michael Fisher, who hates iPhones with a seething passion, still carries the newest iPhone on him just for, like, B-cam footage to put in his videos.
Says a lot. He could carry anything. But for videos, you know what it is. So, that was my runner-up and my winner. And I also mentioned the X300 Pro. But any other camera thoughts before we move on?
Have you not tried the 8K uploading from Pixel up to the cloud so that...
Oh, God, I have.
24 hours.
I actually remember having really high hopes for that. What did they call it? It was like a post-processing in Google Photos. Like you could shoot a certain mode and your photos or videos, I think mostly videos, would get like this massive quality boost. Number one, the quality boost turned out to not be that big for most of the stuff that I tested. And number two, is that even a phone feature? Like
I know,
it's
like a
uploading
Google
it
Photos feature
for post-processing. And it's technically pixel only, but like that was tough.
yeah.
It's good
iPhone
in low
has it
light
here.
because it gets rid of a lot of the like low light artifacting and noise.
Yeah.
But it takes like 20 hours.
Yeah.
So it's not.
It's tough. It is tough.
And then
I
it appears in your Google Photos.
I like the idea of like offloading super high processing stuff to cloud. That's not a new concept, but that just wasn't it.
That just wasn't
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, next up, best value. This is one that gets a lot of chatter every year because there's 1,000 definitions of best value, most phone for the least money, best phone under X dollars, however you want to phrase it. I went with the CMF Phone 2 Pro. It's under $300. It's the best phone under $300. But it's also I feel like it was really close to flagship feeling. It's like a big, smooth screen. The software is super smooth. It's got great battery life and all these things. It's got multiple useful cameras. And it was just like a very good, usable phone in the price range. And I thought that deserved. It also had like the fun orange color and the modular accessories and all that. So that was a nice cherry on top. But I did give a runner-up or a mention to the Moto G Play, the Pixel 9a, and the base iPhone 17. All good values in very different price categories.
I'll throw something out there to just another reason why I think this CMF Phone 2 Pro, the Nothing Phone 3a Lite, is the exact same phone, and it's $10 more and one less camera.
And has ads on it.
And has ads on it. I forgot about it. Which makes this phone look awesome.
Yeah.
Very good strategy for winning an award. Put out another phone.
Sabotage your own
That
sister
looks like
company.
a way worse deal.
Being able to buy any phone in 2025 under $300 is pretty awesome.
Moto G is under 200.
That's crazy.
Sick.
That's insane.
It's funny because Moto excels in this category a lot every year and never quite breaks into like true flagships. And it's almost like they're destined to have like a cap of like, you shouldn't buy a Motorola phone over $400.
Yeah.
You probably just shouldn't.
And
Get the Razr or anything under it.
Right.
Don't get the Edge phone. It's just not a good buy.
Yeah. Edge for 1,000. It's like, why?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Best battery. This one I also feel really good about. OnePlus 15. Ridiculously long battery life. I tweeted about this. I went 3 straight days. I went Friday, Saturday,
crap.
and Sunday without charging the phone. All day for all 3 days. 3 hours of screen on time all of those days. So I ended up with like 10 and a half hours of screen on time, and the phone was still going.
Now do this to smartwatches challenge.
Garmin accepted.
It's pretty incredible that we're about to get a bunch of phones with 7,000 milliamp hour batteries next year with
Chinese
silicon
phones.
carbon. Yeah, so like Samsung doesn't, Motorola doesn't, Apple doesn't. The ones that are
Google
big here
doesn't.
are not doing it. Pixel doesn't.
Yeah.
So they're all like kind of capped. And if they did, that's the thing is a lot of these phones would be awesome if they were silicon carbon batteries. Like iPhone Air would be way better. S25 Edge would be way better with
Yeah.
a silicon carbon battery. These folding phones, their thinness, they'd be way better. Anyway, the point is, this slab phone was just as thin and light as the previous one. It added 1,000 milliamp hours, and it still charges at a bazillion watts. So when it finally did die, I plugged it in for 2 seconds, and it was back to 100%. So it was like, there's a no clear. That's how it feels.
Yeah.
So it was great. It also has super fast wireless charging. I gave runner-up to the Xiaomi 17 Pro Max, and I did also mention the Doogee S11 Ultra. I want to make. It's probably not even the right name, but it had an 11,000 milliamp hour battery. S200 Ultra, I think is what it was called.
They still doing that?
It was the biggest capacity battery of any phone in the studio this year.
Dang.
When
Yeah.
when can you not
Bring
go on a
back
plane
Duracell.
with it anymore?
It's pretty close to that,
100,000
right?
hours.
Oh, it's up.
Is that? It's
Yeah.
110
Oh.
watt hours or 100 watt hours.
100 watt hours.
So I don't know how that translates because there's voltage
Yeah, and-
comparisons. Anyway, great battery life in this phone. No regrets. I think that one deserved the award.
Yeah.
Can I
Any
just say this sandstone in this trophy shot?
Looks great.
So good. It
does.
looks
Sandstone
so
is my favorite
good.
color. It's
Yeah.
so pretty.
I want to be able to use a phone that color. I just
What?
don't like that the
camera is
bezels around the outside. I can see them all the time. Same with the orange iPhone. Being able to see the orange from the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little picky thing of mine. Anyway,
Yeah, if there was no cap for real on American phone batteries or like Western phone batteries, that would be nice. Because we're just locked and loaded down to like 4,200 or whatever.
All
Yeah.
day.
You can have it all.
The OnePlus 15 is available for pre-order on AT&T. It's
Really?
still not. I still haven't been able to switch my eSIM to it because the whole like government shutdown, FCC didn't approve any new phones for a while thing. So I still haven't been able to get my AT&T SIM in it, but it's coming to AT&T.
Are you gonna mainline it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Even with the bad cameras? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I'm gonna have
Hasselblad.
the iPhone in my other pocket and the Hasselblad in my back pocket.
Right.
Back pocket.
Is that a
It's
Hasselblad
a
in your
big
pocket?
pocket.
It's yeah,
Yeah.
metaphorically. Okay, Design Award is next. Yeah, there's some comments about this one. Are you doing all your
they're
comments
all
at the
wrong.
end?
Am I doing? Yeah, I'll do comments. If
Okay.
one particular pops out, but yeah, I'll do most of the comments
Okay.
at the end.
So Design Award, I gave it to the iPhone Air. And there's probably 6 phones I could have given this to, but the iPhone Air,
Yeah.
was so uniquely like this is not a good phone for me, but I want to be the type of person who could use this phone.
Yeah.
Because when I was testing this phone, I was loving it. I was like, dang, this battery sucks. Dang, this lack of an ultra wide sucks. But oh man, holding this phone, using this phone, it's so ridiculously light and thin.
Great.
Using any other phone directly after feels shockingly bad.
Yeah.
Weird.
You know, Quinn Snazzy Labs on YouTube was posting online. He has been posting about how much he loves the iPhone Air and how much it like just is an awesome phone that feels amazing.
Because it's awesome.
And then he posted either yesterday or the day before, like, oh no, the iPhone Air just feels like a regular phone now, and everything else feels insane.
Yeah. You get to this point.
It ruins you.
So like I tested it. I think I used it for like a week and a half for my review, but continuing to try to use it after, you do get to this point where it starts to feel normal, and you're like, oh, it's finally worn off. Maybe I'll switch back. And then I used this iPhone 17 Pro, and it was like, this is heavy. Yeah. This is a thick phone. It's not even that big of a phone, but it was like it changed. It just warps your perspective of phones.
Yeah.
But
and New York is not a real place because I keep seeing the Air everywhere. Like yesterday, I saw 5.
Yeah, and it's like a failure by sales standards.
Yeah, it sold 10% of what they thought it would sell.
Yeah. But it is. But it is out there, and it is really clever. They rearranged the internals.
You got to think on Apple's scale. That's still a lot of phones.
It's a lot
I'm
of
not
phones.
surprised you're seeing that many.
Yeah, that's
and they
fair
were
enough.
all in New York and San Francisco.
Yeah, the highest density of iPhone Airs and Z Folds.
I will say one comment I liked about the thin phones is, and this goes for the S25 Edge as well, a phone is only as thin as its largest part, which I thought was interesting. And the way they described it the
Socrates
best was...
said that, actually.
If you had, so what is this again? 5.6?
I think it's 5 point something, yeah.
So like if you had a 5.7 millimeter hole to slide this phone through, it wouldn't make it all the way through because of the camera bump.
Right.
And same with S25 Edge. I think the thing with that is like, yes, I agree that it still doesn't fully mean it's that thin, but also I just don't think there was a ton of other design things this year. Maybe the Xiaomi 17 Pro Max.
Yeah, I'll give you others because I had some other mentions. I will say the like thickest part of the phone thing.
In hand feel,
you
it
never
doesn't
hold the thick part.
Yeah.
So it's like the thinness is the part you're holding. Right. Anyway, I mentioned the Xiaomi 17 Pro.
Yeah.
Which had the screen on the back, and that design was awesome. Very complete phone.
Yeah.
I mentioned the S25 Edge, which had better spec execution, not better design execution. It's more of like a brutalist square version of the thin thing, but it had a primary, like real flagship camera to match the S25 Ultra, and it had a second camera, and it had a bigger battery. So it was like, it felt closer to usable every day, but wasn't as like shockingly awesome to use. Still very cool.
I think overall battery life was probably still worse though, right? Because
Worse than the big phones?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, worse than the Air.
I don't know if I've compared them directly, but they're both not great. Yeah. And then
holding both, I think the iPhone Air feels better.
Yeah.
Which is like buying this is like a hand feel thing and kind of, but like,
because you can
Air looks and
emphasize
feels
Feel in the hand.
Yeah, you can emphasize thinness with like the curves and the chamfering and the proportion. They just did it very well.
Yeah.
I also mentioned Fairphone 6, which has obviously the most repairable, most sustainable phone design maybe ever, and actually kind of feels pretty close to a regular phone. It's still a little thick, but it feels very close to a regular phone this year. Nice accent color power button.
You loved the Switch too.
Yeah. So shout out to the Switch on the side.
Switch
of
too.
Wait, how are we going to talk about a
talking
phone
about Switch
design
two?
award and not talk about the Nothing Phone 3?
Because I like to reward good design.
No. That design, it was brave.
You love spinning the
That's
bottle.
one way.
Alice.
Yeah,
Play
that
spin
phone,
the bottle every day.
The phone, the weirdness of it never quite wore off to me of the Nothing Phone 3.
Oh,
The pointlessness of it.
there are a lot of comments about Nothing Phone 3. We'll get to that
We'll get
later.
there.
Yeah.
I thought that design aged like fine wine. The
Really?
more I looked at it, the more I was like, that is a good looking phone. I thought the prettiest phone of the year was the OnePlus 15, personally. If we're just going off pure aesthetics, which I know is different than design.
Interesting.
I think the Nothing Phone 3 aged like wine, similar to that bottle of Snoop Dogg wine that's been laying outside
No.
the parking lot for like 6
No,
months.
that thing is cool, man. That thing is cool.
Is there still wine in it?
I think it finally exploded.
There might be vinegar in it.
Yeah.
So,
That's
yeah.
an interesting take, the OnePlus 15. Would you, the Samsung one, you think, is the best looking
that
one?
one looked so nice.
They had this like purple violet one that was interesting to look at.
Yeah, well, and like the way the light comes off of the ceramic back too is like really pretty. I know it's like sort of a not matte, but like it's not. It doesn't exactly have a texture, but the light does come off of it in a really cool way.
I like the matte black one. It is,
Yeah, you would say that.
well, it is the darkest matte black phone I've ever seen.
That's a good point.
So I thought that was nice.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Can I throw a design award out?
Yeah.
Actually, I almost have two, but that TCL Next Paper, bro, that switches it from like color e-ink to regular e-ink.
was like-
I think it's one of the most jaw-dropping things a phone has done in a long time.
I want to rewind that. It was like when the sermon in church hits like a really good bar. Everyone goes, every family. Yeah, preach, Andrew. Yes.
I feel like we barely showed that thing off. Just the animation.
I know we barely showed that thing off. I still get tweets that are like, "When are you going to talk about the TCL Next Paper?"
All right, make sure we show a clip of B-roll in this, but like it has the switch that goes between colored e-ink to black and white e-ink, and
cool.
the animation
Yeah, it's awesome.
is chef's kiss.
I think when I
nice.
first saw it, my jaw literally dropped.
It kind of
I
looks
was
like the Harry Potter whatever the magazines are called in Harry Potter.
Oh,
that
like
move.
the quibbler.
Is that what it's called? Where the images move on the
Yeah,
paper,
yeah.
and you're like, this seems crazy. Yeah, it's like magic. It's pretty cool.
I'd have to throw that
That's
in there.
valid. Okay. Yeah. You know, ultimately, I gave it to the iPhone Air. I don't regret it, and I just need them to give it a silicon carbon battery and dual cameras next year. I know they're not going to do it, but I need to put that out there. Just
Wait, I have
please.
a suggestion for next year.
okay.
What if we remove the best small phone award, since there really are none anymore,
Go on.
and then we add like a best technical achievement award. Because
Okay.
we had the screen on the back
Best
of the phone
gimmick.
this year that you can actually use.
Best gimmick.
I like
Technical
best gimmick.
The
I
best
like
gimmick is cool.
Best
That's
gimmick.
interesting because there's a lot of stuff that comes out that qualifies for that. You could say the screen
Yeah.
on the back. You could also say like one of those super thin foldables with like no crease. Could be interesting. You could also
e-ink
say
display
the
that we
e-ink.
just spoke about.
Valid. Okay.
Yeah, best gimmick.
I love the idea of it, Adam, but
Gimmick
you have
of
to
the
put
year.
yourself in the perspective of these tech companies, right? Boardrooms across the world are saying, look, market research shows people don't want small phones. The things people do want in their phones will not fit in a small phone. But we have to win the MKBHD Small Phone of the Year award. This is the only thing keeping the category alive.
It's why
I
the
think-
OnePlus 13S exists.
But all they did was make a not small phone and put an S next to it. And pretend, the only reason
it's
that's small is because
smaller.
they said it was small.
I'll take it, man.
Slightly smaller.
I'm open to bringing the award back if they actually release small
that
phones.
we should
Yeah.
hold the award hostage
Also, wait,
until someone brings.
I know this phone had some issues, but shout out to the minimal phone. That was a small phone.
I'd say the light phone was small.
the light
no?
phone was even smaller.
I never used that.
The light phone was like a
It's a
squat
little box.
little box.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
the light phone design looks so cool that I want to
Yeah.
use it. Except it has literally, I couldn't survive. I couldn't
That
work
could
or
be-
do anything on it.
You know,
Gimmick
I thought the
Yeah.
design was nice.
Eric Mijakovsky, the Pebble guy, owns the website smallandroidphone.com because he wants there to be another small Android phone.
75 million bad faith.
If you're gonna make a ring, I feel like you could make a small
Yeah,
Android
Eric,
phone.
don't let your dreams be dreams.
Yeah,
man.
come on.
This could be awesome.
This could be real.
yeah.
Bring it back.
There's a whole award waiting for it.
Bring it back with a six
Okay.
pack.
Yeah, no, I like we'll play with this. I think this small category award will be really interesting next year.
What
for
would
the
be
design category?
the best gimmick of the year for you?
Okay, the
Screen on
I
the
think
back.
it's the screen on the back. I'm
'Cause it
trying
was
to think
attached
of
to an actually good phone.
on the Xiaomi, right?
yeah, the Xiaomi 17 Pro.
So we got that. We've got the Nothing Phone 3, which is a bad gimmick.
That sucks. What about the Hasselblad camera attachment?
I think that's a cool gimmick.
That's really cool.
That's
It's a good
one.
gimmick.
Yeah.
Trillions of dollars spent on AI assistants and not one mention in this conversation.
Apple Intelligence. I will say I shot the Xiaomi car review on the Xiaomi 17 Pro, and I've always been doing this thing where I use the primary cameras and I flip the camera around.
Oh, now you can see
And
yourself.
I've gotten really good at that with not being able to see myself, but I could see myself on that phone. That was
awesome.
like super useful.
That's
I think
pretty
it's got to
cool.
go to the Xiaomi 17.
I think best gimmick would be great because there's all these Chinese phones that we can't use consistently, but they all have awesome weird gimmicks.
Yeah, 1,000-watt charging.
Yeah.
And I feel
Not,
like
not actually 1,000. but it
gimmicks
feels like
used to be bad. And now I think there are actually useful gimmicks on phones, on good phones.
There's
use.
a spectrum.
Yeah.
There's definitely good gimmicks. There's definitely still bad gimmicks.
The LG G7 Thin Q with its blood sensor.
Palm sensor.
Palm. It was
Vein
the
ID.
glucose sensor. You could do this, and it
Yeah.
never worked.
That is
awesome.
that's a good candidate
That's
for
a gimmick.
next year's award.
That's a gimmick.
All right.
All right.
We had one more interesting one. Best foldables, and maybe the last boring one. Samsung Z Fold 7. Any questions?
No. Yeah.
It's the
okay.
safest. It's like the only one that I could really daily and be like happy that I could use.
I want to point out like the Pixel
10
10
Pro
Pro
Fold?
Fold.
I liked it
No, I'm not saying that I want to point it out
to win.
to win because no, that's the thing. But this is the thing is because the original Pixel 10 Pro Fold to the Pixel 9 Pro Fold was so astronomical. This is why businesses every year with their year-over-year growth only want to have like 1%, because if they have 50% in 1 year and then the next year they don't have another 50%,
Yeah.
their stock goes down.
Yeah.
Right. So Google did too much of a good thing in 1 year. And then all they did was add MagSafe or Qi 2.
Which is big.
Which is big.
Pixel drops,
But it kind of
Kinda
sags
nice.
a little bit.
Pixel Snap.
Pixel Snap.
Yeah.
And then they made it waterproof. That's important.
pretty cool.
It's important and
That's
good.
super cool.
But like in a year when the Galaxy Z Fold 7 came out and was super thin and had a really good screen to body ratio and was just like a great
Same size
foldable
battery as the
phone.
thicker version.
Exactly. And then you got the Pixel, which is just like, it's better than it was, but now it's, now they feel really behind. So I feel like next year Google is really going to have to try to make it thin.
New
Otherwise,
strategy: go way backwards next year.
make
Way
it small
worse
again.
and then step up again.
The
We're
12
back.
will be great.
We're back, baby. The Windows strategy. Just go
12 will be
worse,
great.
better, worse, better.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I gave a mention to the Z Flip 7 and the Pixel 10 Pro Fold, but it was the Samsung to lose this year.
And Becca recently just put out a video
said
about
it was the best
Z
phone.
Fold 7. She said it was the best phone of the year, and she said, sorry, MKBHD.
There's two categories left. There's the bust and the
Let's do
MVP.
bust last.
No, we got to do the bust now.
All right.
Because there's interesting chatter about this one.
All right, let's bust.
The bust of the year for 2025 is the iPhone 16e. And I think that was pretty clear. A lot of people actually said they forgot it existed by the end of the year because it was that forgettable.
Proves the point, yeah.
Because number one, if you actually had $500 to spend on a new iPhone, you should just get the 16 or the 15 Pro or something. There's no reason to buy a new 16e and get a 60 hertz screen and no MagSafe.
And
that
one
was just,
camera.
Yeah, it was just silly. It just didn't have any reason to exist for regular people. Then I got the comments about like, oh, it's a B2B phone. It's really just like the fleet phone for all the, the old E phones that are all getting replaced at once, which is valid, but you still, that doesn't make it good.
Yeah.
That doesn't make it a good deal or a good phone. And so the cherry on top is the one I reviewed was a 512 gig 16e, which was $900. So there was just no reason for this phone to exist at this price. Doesn't mean it's a bad phone. It's just a bad price.
If it was $450, it would be just like the other iPhone SEs.
$375. Take it or leave it.
Dang.
That's
Single camera, no MagSafe, 60 hertz notch. What are we talking about? It's 2025. Why does it still have 60 hertz, to be honest?
Well, they just added 120 to the new ones.
The Moto G Play is $180 and it has a 120 hertz display.
But it doesn't have a little apple on the back of it.
That's actually true.
Yeah.
So, that is true.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, bad.
regular phone, bad price. So that one bust of the year.
Bad phone, bad price.
Pretty bad. Yeah, don't buy that one.
I think this may have gotten the most
Chatter,
comments on.
go on.
My favorite thing about this was the Nothing community hates the Nothing Phone 3 so much.
I mentioned
they almost seem mad that an iPhone 1 bust because they think the Nothing Phone 3 should have won bust of the year. They hate that
They were
phone
pretty hard.
so much.
Look,
Yeah.
that phone's fine.
It's just
it was too
nothing's
expensive, I
nothing's
guess.
strategy with phones is just all over the place this year.
was,
Like the
yeah.
3A and the 3A Pro were pretty interesting, and then they got rid of the glyphs with the 3, and then
3A Lite.
and then 3A, and then the
and then
community
they have
edition.
CMF.
There's just a whole lot happening.
It's a whole lot.
I don't think it was a 7. That was $799 that phone when it launched. I'm
Okay,
pretty
that's
sure.
actually a lot.
So it was not good for the price either. And I think people expected a very different direction with like making the glyphs on the back more functional. And instead it was like, here's a little screen with 25 pixels. Spin the bottle. And we're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So yeah, that actually did get a mention in Bust of the Year.
I think like it got posted as this was the runner up, and everyone's like, it should have won.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know. The E is worse. Sorry.
16
I think it's
The Nothing Phone 3 is a fine phone. It's just that they went with the worst possible gimmick and tried to make it seem good. That's really the problem. And it was too expensive. Those are the main problems. Otherwise, the OS is fantastic. Like,
It was a
Nothing has
usable
good
phone.
UI. It's a fine phone.
I think the Nothing 3A Lite is a worse phone because of the CMF phone 2 Pro 2.
Oh, interesting.
Like I think the Lite is
just as a
there's no reason to ever buy
buy
that
it.
phone when the CMF phone 2 Pro is
that's
around.
also
yeah,
a
the
good
budget
take.
company's budget lines budget
Pro phone.
Pro phone is better than the. I'm not even going to do this. I can't even do this.
Because you forgot already
Yeah,
where
I
you
did
were.
forget where I was.
Can I throw one more in here? Mm-hmm. Maybe this is self-loathing.
Interesting. Pixel?
Pixel 10, man.
Real? What? I thought you said phone of the year earlier.
I heard
I-
some of these takes.
Did I say that?
I
No,
have a hot take later. where-
Okay, well,
about
yeah.
this.
I think
heard-
this segues into phone of the year very well, but like
Wait a sec.
Pixel 10 base
Yeah.
being, it was $800, right?
Yeah.
No, yeah, $800.
Yeah.
It got triple cameras, but they're downgraded cameras
Yeah.
compared to the Pixel 9.
Yeah.
The Pixel 9a sensors or whatever. The 128 gigabyte base storage. Now watching, if you told me in the Pixel 7 days that the iPhone base would be the better deal and have more features and stuff, I would never believe you. But we're in a place right now where even though it has one more camera, the base iPhone has more base storage for the same price and has 120 hertz. It has all the other things now. I feel like I got scammed. I still love the phone. Don't get me wrong. Like it's a fine phone. I am enjoying it. But I can't believe they're up at $800 and we're finding
Well,
an iPhone has a better deal. That just feels so unpixel.
They just dropped the price. I mean, it's on sale, but it's $5.99.
It's been on
now.
sale for
Which
like a
should
month now.
be proof
Yeah,
that
where it
it's
should have
not
started.
Which,
Yeah.
which is proof that that's what it should have been at. Which is what they used to be at.
Which is what the 16E is.
Did you guys all just agree with me?
Well, I'm saying like
Yeah.
that phone for $799 is a bad deal.
Yeah.
But you could see it being a pretty good deal at $599.
Yeah.
The 16E
$699 would be
the 16E is $599 and is a horrible
Right.
deal.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
So that's why it got the award.
Yeah.
But I agree that it was a bit of a disappointing year for Pixel. I've used Pixel 10 Pro for a lot of this year as well.
Yeah.
It's not great. The cameras has been fine. The battery is not that great. We were
Yeah.
kind of hoping like a lot would come from this Tensor refresh, and it didn't. So
It didn't, yeah.
yeah.
I have a question that you guys probably don't know the answer to. In Japan,
No idea.
are they also on like a carrier system where people just pay monthly for their phones and then they get into carrier contracts?
I
no
assumed that
idea.
was just here.
Because I have a big question that's going to lead into the phone of the year that we're about to talk about.
Okay.
And that is that my friend from college just bought a regular iPhone 17. And we named it phone of the, well, I guess I'm jumping the gun. We named it phone of the year. And we talk about how like they made all these upgrades and blah, 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 blah. I have literally never seen one in the wild. So my
Because
question
they're all in cases.
probably. So my question becomes like in America or in the West where everything's a carrier contract and I see so many pros and I'm for some reason
I
seeing
think that's
errors.
just in America. In Europe, I don't think you're locked into carrier contracts like
Right.
that.
yeah,
very American.
But the reason I say Japan is because the iPhone is also incredibly popular in Japan.
It is, yeah.
Where in Europe, like it's a mix. It's a grab bag. So that's kind of my question. I just like it's crazy that the iPhone 17 both is like the best value phone this year, and also I haven't really seen that many because everyone keeps using the carriers. So
This could be the same exact reason why you see so many Airs and Folds is because the masses that are using the 17s are like slowly trickling out and getting them in a way that people who just snap up the Air probably aren't. So I think it's kind of like the Camry where you don't realize how many you see, but they're everywhere.
That's true. And the fact that it looks like the last iPhone.
It looks just like the last
So
iPhone.
it's hard
if you
to
got
know.
the silver one or whatever, you'll never know.
I think also part of it is like phone of the year doesn't necessarily mean most popular.
Yeah.
Mostly because consumerism and so many people are okay with spending way more than they really need to. But like,
Sure.
I see this as like the people watching our videos who are going to try and find like,
Enthusiasts.
it's not just bang for your buck, but there's so many things about this phone that just nailed it this year that I think our audience would be more inclined to be like impressed by it.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll just get right into it. The phone of the year is the iPhone 17.
It is?
Yeah. And it also won Most Improved, which we skipped over, but that's basically hand in hand here. So iPhone 17, they finally did the thing, 120 hertz, much brighter, better display. Thank God, it's way overdue. The other thing is the much improved selfie camera, which is across the entire lineup,
the
which is
square camera.
sneaky great upgrade. And I'm expecting to see a lot of people copy that. The big square sensor where you can do horizontal or vertical portrait selfies. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then doubling the base storage to 256 gigs. Also didn't have to do that, but kept the price the same. So now it's a better deal at 256 gigs than Pixel's base, than S25's base, than a lot of other phones. And it's just become the easiest phone to recommend. I had a couple people ask me like this year, oh, I'm due for an upgrade. Like, which phone should I recommend? And you'd look at the lineup and you go, oh, you're staying with the iPhone? Okay, I think, yeah, you could probably go with like an old 15 Pro or 16 Pro, or maybe you should get like I don't want to recommend the base though. You'll have a 60 hertz phone for 5 more years. Now it's just like, oh yeah, get the 17.
Yeah.
That's the one.
It's way
super
easier.
easy.
Yeah.
So yeah, iPhone 17 won it, and my runner-up was the Xiaomi 17 Pro. I've talked a lot about it this podcast already in the review. I loved it. The screen on the back is awesome. It's a super complete phone. It's never going to be on sale here in the US, but the fact that I got to test it, it impressed me a lot, and it was definitely deserving. And I always mention the phones that have spent the most time in my pocket in between reviews, so I'll at least do that again, which is it started off S25 Ultra for like the first half of the year. Then it went to a whole lot of Pixel 10 Pro and then OnePlus 15. So that's me.
I was gonna say how Samsung has fallen. Next year, like we've had the S Ultra phones in the like lineup of this for like ever since the S21 Ultra, basically.
Yeah, they're really good ones.
Because the S20 Ultra was horrible. I think that was bust of the year that year.
Yep.
But like, yeah, the fact that they're not in the lineup at all is kind of crazy. It kind of just shows how they just totally went super boring until we get the trifold in the beginning of next year.
Yeah.
That's crazy that the
gonna mix
same
things
company is doing like incremental baby steps on their biggest, best phone and is also like, by the way, here's one that folds twice. And like, what do we, that's the same company.
Next year's going to be crazy because we're going to have that trifold and we're going to also have the iPhone foldable, allegedly.
Seems like it's going to be next year.
Yeah.
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 We'll see. Ellis, would you go from a mini to a fold?
That's why I'm not buying a Pro.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm waiting for the fold.
Wow. 2 Airs glued together.
Yeah.
To the fold.
Could be awesome. Rumor has it it's 2026. So
Yeah.
we shall see.
Wait, didn't Adam have a hot take?
I do.
That's around
Was
this
it Pixel
category.
related?
It was Pixel related. My
on.
hot take was that Pixel 10 was phone of the year.
Can you
Pixel-
press that button for me?
Okay, there you go.
I'm surprised you actually did it.
I have the
10.
Pro,
Yeah.
and I feel like I spent too much. Like I should have just gotten the 10 because the 10 does everything the Pro does. It's super on sale almost immediately if you don't get it at launch. Like if you just wait a couple weeks, it's on
Okay.
sale. And besides that, the AI, I hate to say it, but the AI stuff that the Pixel has been doing compared to something like the iPhone, which is just another iPhone, it's actually been very useful. And like thinking about switching phones, even Android to Android, I'm like, I'm going to miss some of those AI features though. Like I really enjoy them. I mean, I could go to Samsung because Samsung just has all the Gemini features anyway.
That's exactly how I would pick it apart is like if I were giving an AI of the year award, it would go straight to Google and then by proxy also Samsung because they use all the same stuff. And then I would also say to your point of the Pixel 10 Pro feeling like a ripoff, I think it's because it was a worse deal than ever this year.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that 10 is phone of the year good. It just means it's a way better deal and feature set because it has all the same software features and it has the same tensor chip and triple cameras.
I just feel like
And
if
the
you're
Pro is
gonna
just-
like if you take, I mean, I know this is a hard ask, but if you take someone out of the like Apple versus Android world, like a fresh person coming into the world who's just looking for their first smartphone and they have no horse in any race, and they're like, "Give me a phone," I'd probably give them a Pixel because it's doing more interesting.
Where in
things
the world
than
do
the
they
iPhone.
live?
It doesn't matter.
You're giving them the
You're
phone,
giving
or
them
they don't have
Pixel?
to pay for the phone.
Yeah, no, I'm giving them the phone.
You're giving them a Pixel
Like
10.
the best phone. I'm giving you a phone. Here's a Pixel 10.
That's interesting.
Best phone.
That's an interesting question. I would probably give that person
A Xiaomi
an
17.
S20. No, I would give them an S25 Ultra probably.
Just like the most beefiest,
Just the most
crazy phone.
stable. It's the most boring, the most stable. It doesn't improve that much year to year, but it always has good battery, good cameras, good software updates, good screen every time.
You want to give someone fresh to the universe a boring phone?
Yeah. Well, I don't want to give them a phone that, like, if I give them a Xiaomi 17 Pro, next year there's going to be like a totally different design and no screen on the back, but this other crazy feature, and they're going to have gotten used to one thing and have to switch around. People just want
That's
stability.
exactly what we went through in the early 2010s, okay?
That's fair.
Every single year was fresh as hell.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Consistency was not a thing. I don't know her.
As the only Pixel 10 owner here, Andrew, what do you think of my take?
I think you're wrong. Well, it's funny because you keep thinking, I feel like I should go down. I feel like I should spend another $100 and went up because then I would have gotten 256 base storage and better cameras and a better. I mostly wanted the yellow, which was my ultimate downfall.
The only reason I got the
Lemon
Pro
chip.
was
Who thought
because
the
I
piss
wanted
color would
porcelain.
be so bad? Yeah. I think one thing you did mention though, which is kind of a comment I wanted to address, is there's so many people, we judge everything on MSRP at launch, which is like a lot of people keep saying, well, this was actually a great phone once it went on sale, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, that can be true, but it's so hard for us to ever base that off of. I know we've said this 1,000 times, but like, we can't base things off of carrier deals and 2-for-1 deals and like on sale, the Pixel will go. It's great to know. It's great to say like, hey, this kind of sucks at $800, but if you're willing to wait 3 months or Black Friday, the Pixel will be way cheaper.
I mean, MSRP stands for manufacturer's suggested retail price. And that means that that's what they think that device is worth. So if that's their judgment of it, then that's probably what we should be basing it on.
Yeah, and you could probably make the argument that things that constantly go on sale means that a suggested price it probably wasn't the best idea in the first place.
Right.
And it's
Bad
correcting
suggestion.
pretty quickly.
Well, Google
Poor
should figure
suggestion.
that out because they do the same thing every single year. Just make it cheaper to begin with and you'll sell way more.
They had it for a while.
I know they did.
They almost did it.
Remember when like
They could have had it all.
we were saying that like Pixel 7 was too good of a deal to not even look at the Pro, and people on the Google team were like, I guess we should just make it more expensive. Ha ha ha. Well,
can
you
solve
shouldn't
that.
have. You really screwed the pooch on that one, man.
Well, they shouldn't have made it $300 more for the Pro before. Like that was insane.
Overall, though, I'm pretty happy with the awards. I think that people picked up on some trends of like this. I don't know when's the last time Google won 0 awards and Samsung S series won 0 awards.
Yeah.
Probably never.
First time in a while. iPhone winning bust and winner in the same year is hilarious. I think that's also happened before. Didn't HTC pull that off?
No, they did
HTC
most improved and bust.
Oof.
And they asked for the most improved trophy, so we sent them the toilet bowl trophy also.
That is hilarious. Yeah. Anyway, so let us know in the comments if you agree, disagree. We enjoy reading all the.
Let me speed run a couple of the comments. All right.
Yes.
The most comment was wearing a blazer and a hoodie is diabolical. Apparently,
Hey, last year I got the comment.
I thought it looked sweet, but I have no fashion sense at all, so maybe
wrong
that
with you?
tracks.
I loved it.
All right, next comment.
Good Lord.
This one recently has been nagging at me a little bit, but there's so many people who love to say, you're in a bubble, you don't get to experience all the other phones, but like, we're all in our own bubbles. So
Yeah,
as long
I
as
said at the
people
beginning, this
understand-
is my
yeah.
awards.
We're in an
I thought you were super clear about it this year.
Yeah,
too. Sorry.
phones I test.
Yeah.
Phones you test and ones like it's within the US bubble because we live in the US.
Spoiler alert.
Unfortunately.
We try, like we probably get more phones than the average US reviewer gets. And you definitely try them. But I thought you were very clear this year. Like these are my awards, the things that I like.
I also said that specifically because other YouTubers also do their own awards. If you have your own, people were quote tweeting my list and giving their own set of awards, which is maybe they have used some of those phones, maybe they haven't, but like anyone can make their own set of what they think is the blank of the year. I give mine because I think I have a unique perspective of I've been able to test all these devices. So here's my perspective from what I've tested, and then other people will give theirs. So yeah, I'm sticking with mine. Yeah, obviously.
Okay, I went through a couple of these just in our normal thing. Okay, here's one that made me mad. No, and it has nothing to do with our audience. It has to do with YouTube. Where's the timestamps?
Okay, I added them at launch.
Did you?
They were there, yeah. So they were there for a couple hours, and then I
then
saw
what
that
happened,
comment,
Marques?
and I went back up, and I was like, "They're gone." So I went back to the description.
does
They're
YouTube
all
do
still
this?
sitting there. So I simply deleted a letter and added a letter,
Yep.
and
they came
hit save
back.
again, and all the timestamps came back.
Every
Why does YouTube do
So we do this
this?
with the pod. We've had this struggle before. Obviously, this is a video that we should be timestamping. So I'm sorry, but also like
No,
not because
don't.
it's not my fault. But yeah, the timestamps should be back. And if they disappear again, just ping me on Twitter again, and I'll put them back.
There was a comment that did the timestamps, and everyone's like, "You're a savior." And it's like they were in the description
copied
the
and
whole time, but just like,
Yeah.
YouTube. What the
Yeah,
man?
please let that.
I want a
It's been
public
months.
apology. Fix this.
Yeah.
Also, this isn't like UI. Like this isn't like a YouTube feature where you click the timestamp button and add them. This is if you decide in your description to type out timestamps with titles, it auto detects it in the description of the video and adds timestamps. Everyone has sort of figured out that that's how you do that at this point. But there's never been official UI from
Right.
YouTube to add timestamps to a video.
Yeah.
Why?
It's unofficial.
It's a super useful feature.
like a hashtag.
It should be the
They're
easiest.
only like $1 trillion in data center investment away from pulling this off. They're gonna get it soon.
it
don't
seems
worry.
very doable.
They basically have it already, right? You can pick where ads go in the middle of your video through a UI system, right?
But Andrew.
Well, I
Ads
just
make the money, okay?
it can
The ads
it can
make the
insert
money.
dynamic ads into timestamps, but I can't just pick that timestamp and write. Put this text. In.
Do timestamps make them money?
They got rid of annotations. They got rid of all
don't
this,
think so.
the clutter. I think it'd be super easy to add a timestamp feature. Please. YouTube.
I want to scream. It makes me so
Seems
mad.
so obvious.
We're gonna get
By the way,
GTA 6
the
before
video we
timestamps.
did, the Smartphone Awards, is a 2.4:1 aspect ratio, which meant it's not supported for end cards. So I couldn't add end cards to the video.
Really?
It's an unsupported aspect ratio, which I thought was a bummer.
Whoa.
But yeah, that's another weird quirk about this video.
I saw a lot of comments about that too.
Why didn't this autoplay?
I think the last thing I have here is there's a lot of love for the Red Magic 11 Pro.
Yeah.
They
That
wanted
was an
some
interesting
love
phone.
there,
Yeah. I have flirted with the idea of adding a gaming category every year, but I never really test that many gaming phones. And I'm also not even that into gaming. A lot of the gaming phones I end up testing, I end up looking at them through the lens of, are they a good phone the rest of the time that you're not gaming?
Right.
So like the 2 or 3 gaming phones we got this year were good phones, but this phone had like a liquid like cooling loop that was
Yeah.
like visible through the glass
Literally.
back. It was super interesting. I'm pretty sure Zach tore it down. It was a really interesting interior. Like a phone on the side of the phone blowing hot air out of it. Like it was a cool phone.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't have won like my design award. It wouldn't have won my best big phone. So it just kind of didn't get mentioned. So that's valid. I just haven't there is no gaming category. So
Yeah.
Did you see what it looked like in your story about the?
I saw someone screenshot it. It looked
You
kind of
took
weird.
like a story that we were shooting Smartphone Awards, and because it's like a clear back, but it has this like faded black border. And for some reason, the way the light was hitting the phone and you took it, it just looked like this almost see-through phone with black bezels,
yeah.
and no one could figure out what it was.
Oh wow, that's funny.
It was it was kind
Does
of
have 80-watt wired and wireless charging.
Yeah, they got wireless charging in there, which is cool.
80-watt wireless.
Is that just like a space heater?
Yeah. I mean, it's probably losing
No, it's got
50%.
cooling.
It's
so-
kind of crazy how many phones charge at 80
Don't
to
use that
100
in your
watts.
apartment.
Especially when they don't have Qi 2, and so they can't perfectly align. They're probably losing so much heat.
Wait, 80-watt wireless?
It has both 80-watt wired and 80-watt wireless.
Oh my god,
Losing a
insane.
lot of heat.
you
Yeah.
need like the perfect charger.
Yeah.
Okay, I have one more thing I noticed. Quite a few people mentioned. Ellis, did you use the PS3 startup sound?
Dude.
It is coming
All
a
right,
lot.
let me. This was a healthy learning experience for me. You know what I mean? Because I went into this, I was like, I want to use music to explain what makes this smartphone awards different from all the other smartphone awards we've done in the past, because that's something that we can't exactly express visually. I do think this was the most beautiful set and the most beautiful lighting we've ever had for smartphone awards.
Agreed.
But also, we're at the top of our game right now. We are chugging out these excellent videos, and I wanted the theme of this smartphone awards orally to be prestige. And I thought very hard about that. And I said, how can we, in about 8 seconds, communicate prestige and tradition and the fact that we've been doing this longer than anyone else has been doing this? And I thought, you know what would be great?
PlayStation.
No.
PlayStation.
For 300 years,
Before America.
orchestras have been tuning the exact same way, with an oboe starting, then the concertmaster,
Oh, that's
then
true.
the rest of the orchestra. I
Can
thought
hear it.
that because that had been happening for 300 years, everyone would know that's the case. But apparently, this little company that makes a little box called the Xperia rewrote what that sound was for everyone in the world. And I probably
Great
should have
minds.
known that. But yes, apparently you cannot use the sound of an orchestra tuning without people being like, oh, that's the Uncharted machine.
Ellis.
You
Isn't
think
it-
too highly of us.
It's an expensive,
Yeah. So yes, no.
almost $2,000.
My goal was not to use the PlayStation. Actually, fun fact, that is the second original piece of music that has ever been written in a video here. Rufus and I wrote that from scratch and produced it ourselves. So no, I didn't use the PlayStation 3 startup sound in
It's
our
just
video.
a great minds thinking alike situation.
I guess so. And also, how dare everyone pay so much attention to that? And I didn't see one comment about the toilet flush I used in the Bust of the Years card.
I was shocked that nobody mentioned that. I will say we put so many Easter eggs in videos that it's sort of trained people to look for Easter eggs, even some of which don't exist. So I am both shocked that they didn't notice the toilet flush, but also not shocked that they assigned PS3 sound to the others. To
the oboe.
So
It's a
we'll just have
trivia
to take
segment
some.
you
We'll win
do.
some, lose some.
To the oboe.
Anyway, but thank you for listening.
It's trivia time.
Yeah. It's really
Trivia, dude. Someone yelled at me last week for not doing that. So, real quick, Ellis, what's your battery percentage right now?
Okay, so may have forgotten to charge my phone last night, so we got a little juice in
What?
David's car this morning.
How is it even? Dude, you could have plugged. Oh, no, you couldn't have because you have lightning.
Yeah. So I wireless charged in David's car. Also, it's a 12 mini, which doesn't really line up with the
Does
Teslas.
not. It really does not.
So it mostly just gets hot. Anyway, anyone want to guess what my battery percentage is at?
27.
27, 26, Marquez,
34.
34. You guys give me too much credit.
Actually-
I am at a solid 18% right now.
Honestly, you know how phones sometimes will just die even though they have like 18%? I'm surprised yours didn't. Like, that's just not misreading the battery.
All right, next trivia question. So earlier we were talking about Android XR. They introduced a new UI toolkit called Jetpack Compose What? And it looks kind of like if Material U Expressive had a baby with liquid glass.
Oof.
And I think it looks kind of dope. I hope they don't bring it to phones, but it's
I
cool
skipped
on-
this part of the keynote and I remember, dude, I swear to God, as I was skipping this part of the keynote, I was like, Adam actually watched this video. Not because of trivia, just because I knew that you would be
That's
interested
the
in the
part I was the
developer
most
stuff.
interested in.
That's when he slowed down to 1x
not
and was like, yeah.
I'm not even joking. That's the first thought I had. I knew it would
yeah,
come
that's
to
the
bite me in the
question.
ass.
All right. Well, those of you who 1x that part will know the answer, but we'll think about it. We'll be right back. Support for the show comes from LinkedIn. When you're running a small business, it's hard to find the time to hire the perfect candidate, especially when you've got so much else going on your plate. That's why LinkedIn Jobs is taking hiring to the next level with their new AI assistant, so you can feel confident you're finding the top talent you can't find anywhere else. The best part, these are great candidates that are already on LinkedIn. In fact, according to LinkedIn data, employees hired through LinkedIn are 30% more likely to stick around for at least a year compared to those hired through the leading competitor. LinkedIn's Jobs AI assistant will filter through applicants based on criteria you've set for the role and will surface only the best matches so you don't have to sift through an ocean of resumes. Plus, LinkedIn Jobs AI assistant will suggest 25 great fit candidates daily so you can personally invite them to apply. hire right the first time. You can post your job for free at linkedin.com/mkbhd and then promote it to use LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant, making it easier and faster to find top candidates. So that's linkedin.com/mkbhd to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply. Support for Waveform comes from Wealthfront. It's time your hard-earned money works harder for you. With Wealthfront's cash account, you can earn a 3.5% APY on your uninvested cash from program banks with no minimum balances or account fees. Plus, you get free instant withdrawals to eligible accounts every day. So your money is always accessible when you need it. No matter your goals, Wealthfront gives you flexibility and security. So right now, open your first cash account with a $500 deposit and get a $50 bonus at wealthfront.com/wave. That's wealthfront.com/wave. Bonus terms and conditions apply. Cash account offered by Wealthfront Brokerage LLC, member of FINRA/SIPC, not a bank. The annual percentage yield on deposits as of November 7th, 2025 is representative, subject to change, and requires no minimum. Funds are swept to program banks where they earn the variable APY.
Guys, thanks for helping me carry my Christmas tree.
Zoe, this thing weighs a ton.
Drewski, lift with your legs, man.
Santa! Did you get my letter?
He's talking to you, Bridges.
I'm not that.
Of course he did, right, Santa?
You know, my elf Drewski here, he handles the nice list.
An elf? I'm 6'3". What everyone wants is iPhone 17. And at T-Mobile, you can get it on them. That center stage front camera is amazing for group selfies. Right, Mrs. Claus?
I'm Mrs. Claus's much younger sister. And at T-Mobile, there's no trade-in needed when you switch, so you can keep your old phone.
Or give it as a gift.
And the best part, you can make the switch to T-Mobile from your phone in just 15 minutes.
Guys, my side of the tree is slipping.
Timber!
The holidays are better at T-Mobile. Switch in just 15 minutes and get iPhone 17 on us with no trade-in needed. With 24 monthly bill credits for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Finance agreement 256 gigs, $830. Eligible port in a new line. $100 plus a month plan with autopay plus taxes and fees required. Check out in 15 minutes or less per line. Visit T-Mobile.com.
All right, we're back. Wrapping it up with a couple last thoughts and things that we wanted to at least chat about. One is the Xiaomi SU7 review is finally up, and also chats just in general about the state of Chinese electric cars and what would happen if they came here and how good they are through the lens of checking out this one EV. It's a really good car.
It's nice.
The conversation is basically it retails for the equivalent of $42,000 in China. And so if we were to get a car like that for $42,000 here, it would be just completely ridiculously out of this league good. It feels like a $75,000, $85,000 car. And I said that in the video. Lots of cool features, really good drive, self-driving, great build quality, all this great software, and you should check out the video if you haven't seen it already. Any other thoughts on it? I just thought it was one of the most interesting products of the year that we reviewed.
It has multiple reverb engines in the karaoke system, which like most karaoke systems only have one reverb. So to have multiple reverbs in a car, I was like, wow.
For those confused on what the karaoke system is, this car had software that was really good. It also had
Karaoke mode.
modules that you could buy that would attach to the car, things like an extra speedometer at the top or ambient light bars on the sides to move up and down with your music, or USB modules. Type-C cables at the bottom. And one of them is a pair of high-quality karaoke microphones that will plug in and charge based on the car's battery and will work with the car's built-in karaoke mode in the software. Said software had multiple reverbs and lots of other features. We actually demoed it briefly. It was hilarious. That is a feature that exists in this car. Just one of many.
I'm just so disappointed you didn't mention a mini fridge.
Ours didn't have that option, I don't think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, there is a mini fridge.
Yours did have Douyin built into the back screen, which is Chinese TikTok for anyone curious, which provided me with ample time to scroll Chinese thirst traps and League of Legends live streams. It was quite fun.
I drove it for like 20 minutes to go get charged. And as I'm like sitting there while it's charging, I'm just like, oh, this thing's got a lot of stuff. And then I was like looking under the center console and thought, oh, Miles and them left some walkie-talkies here from when they were doing rollers. And then I clicked them and they like popped in perfectly. I was like, this car has walkie-talkies in the bottom of it. 2 of them.
Built in. They were better than our walkie-talkies. We were using them to do our shoots because they had a longer range and were incredibly good and had a long battery life.
I have a super small gripe or something that they should add. Okay, so on the left side of the steering wheel, there was a little raised MagSafe puck for you to put your phone on that needs wireless charging on it.
The YU7, it does have
It
power.
does?
Yeah.
They thought of everything.
They did think of it. Yeah, I thought the
It's
same
over.
thing. I was like, this is like a little mounting point, but it would take it to the next level if it could charge my phone.
Seems
the
obvious.
YU7, it does get power. Yeah.
So when do we get the YU7?
Yeah, I kind of want to get the hands on the YU7. The YU7 is like the Model Y to this Model 3. Although that's not a good analogy. These are super premium. This is like this is like the Pirosangwe. One of you guys.
Sure.
Here,
Bless
what
you.
is that? These cars are essentially stealing design from the other most popular luxury cars that you see everywhere that are successful. Right. So the SU7 just looks like a Porsche in a lot of ways. It has lines from like Lotus and McLaren headlights and like thin bezeled mirrors like a Polestar. But essentially they just said, let's make a Porsche Taycan but better.
Yeah.
And they made a livable, incredibly cheap version of a Porsche Taycan, and it's amazing. The YU7 is more of an SUV. It's a little taller. And if you look up the Ferrari Purosangue and put it next to a YU7, you're like, oh, they just made the Ferrari. The Ferrari is $400,000.
Andrew, the Purosangue is the car that almost burnt my eyebrows off. We were recording exhaust sounds, and I was like, I'll just sit behind the car while Miles redlines it. And he hit it, and a hot exhaust just went,
Jesus.
Literally blew his hair back. Like,
Yeah.
Or maybe it was, whatever.
Yeah.
One thing I found funny, I couldn't get over that there was a Me logo on the front of it. There's just like something about
picture of Andrew?
a phone, a phone logo being on a car, which now makes me wonder if there was an Apple car, like how long would it take me to get used to seeing an Apple
logo,
like hood ornament or logo on
Yeah.
a car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
kind of silly.
The
It almost
phone-
made it look less expensive, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was just
fine.
thinking
Felt more
an
a little
Apple
cheaper.
car,
gadgety.
I don't know if I would think of that as premium.
Yeah, that was one of the things I said at the beginning. A lot of these older car companies that you do think of as premium have this like history of premium. So you assign that shape with prestige. And Xiaomi doesn't have any of that history.
Well, yeah,
so
they
they kind
took
of
it from
just
Porsche.
they just borrow prestige shapes. They just borrow the Porsche silhouette. Obviously their logos, like we don't associate that with prestige, but they just borrowed that a lot. And the more I think of this car, the more crazy features that are just coming to back to my mind from testing them. So I'll just blurt some of them out. One of them was the 50-watt wireless chargers in the center that charge the Xiaomi 17 Pro I was using extremely fast.
Yeah.
Another one is the speakers in the headrests behind me, which no matter what phone and navigation I was using, would separate out the navigation voice from the music that was playing from the same phone. And would play it just in the speaker while the rest of the music played in the rest of the car.
So much better.
I can't underestimate how awesome that was.
Yeah.
Like I would be using Waze and Spotify on the same phone at the same time, and it would separate just the Waze voice and play it on the speaker
headset,
and keep the music the same. That was awesome too.
Yeah.
The ambient lighting in the car at night, it was brighter and more visible, would pulse with the bass of the sound I was listening to in the color of the album art of the song that I was listening to.
Ridiculous.
Did Govee work with them?
It was crazy. I don't know, but it was like, it was built into the software. It just knew. What else? There was this full-on like rad tuner equivalent from Rivian where essentially the Xiaomi, you could change all of the driving dynamics with a custom mode. You could flip it to be fully rear-wheel drive if you want, fully front-wheel drive if you want, change the brake calibration, change the acceleration rate and how much it slowed down in regen. All this stuff was in the software.
That's crazy.
I noticed that because I was flipping through the drive modes and one was called miles.
Yeah.
But it was lowercase. And I was like, they didn't capitalize this. I was like, wait, they use kilometers. Oh, this is Miles, our
Miles'
employee
profile.
who made one.
There was also, stop me if I'm getting boring, there's another one where you could mirror the screen of your phone in real time for some reason. Because it's a Xiaomi phone and a Xiaomi car.
Yeah.
CarPlay, full screen, the whole thing, 16-inch CarPlay, wireless CarPlay. Why do they even have CarPlay? I guess because people will buy it and not have iPhones. And will have iPhones.
Yeah.
So,
If hold on. I didn't know it had CarPlay.
Yeah.
If a main competitor smartphone company can put the competitor's CarPlay inside, suck it, Tesla and Rivian and everyone not giving me CarPlay and Android Auto, get over yourselves.
Didn't they say Tesla's finally going to add CarPlay?
Are they?
Allegedly.
I'll give them a ton of credit for doing that. They should do it.
Yeah. They said that, well, everyone assumes that they need that to like pump their sales up again.
Yeah.
But they haven't done it yet. But they might do it.
Because according
That's what they need.
Well, remember, according to Apple, like 95% of people wouldn't buy a car without CarPlay in it. So.
Yeah, that was the best CarPlay experience I've had in a car.
Yeah.
Anyway, the list goes on.
Shout out
That's a
to
really good car.
Hugo Barra, who ex-Google guy, friend of the show, had him on a show one time. He was able to source this for us because he was also a big guy at Xiaomi, and that's how he's able to get us the car.
What would it take for you to want this car? Assuming it was sold
want
here.
it?
Like you would
Nothing.
actually like
I already
actually buy
want
it. Like, okay, it's available for sale. Price aside. Like, what would you just buy it? Like, no matter what?
I mean, I already have a daily that I love, but if I didn't, I would get this car.
Even if it was like the price of the daily that you love.
Oh.
Because what we don't know what it would realistically cost if you brought it here, you know?
Yeah.
So like,
I mean, if I didn't have a car and I was like trying to pick a car, I would pick the SU7 up until about $75,000-$80,000.
okay.
It's really good.
Do you like it more than the Lucid Air Sapphire?
No, but that car is $250,000, and I would pick that car pretty much anything over 250. But like, yeah, the Xiaomi is, I would pick it over any Tesla.
Yeah.
I think I would pick it over any, like the Lucids that I tested with the air suspension that are not the Sapphire, I would probably pick this Xiaomi over those. I just wish I had a little more range because the Lucids have like 400, 500 miles of range, but everything else about the Xiaomi was awesome. So really good.
Very nice.
Can I, there's a lot of chatter on Twitter, which mostly was like, wow, these cars are amazing. I'm sad we don't have them in America. There's a lot of Tesla fanboys absolutely freaking out about this and being pretty mad, which kind of makes it seem like it's doing really good.
Well, it's really funny. I reviewed this car. People on YouTube went, oh, cool car, and commented about the car. People on Threads went, oh, cool feature, and commented about the feature. People on Threads saw it and went, oh, let's talk about how this compares to Tesla. Or Twitter. That's how Twitter is. So I saw that too. Yeah.
Crazy.
I thought it was
That's
very
crazy.
funny.
It's so weird that like the website where people get paid to say nice things about Tesla, you know, people say nice things about Tesla. Like who would ever expect that?
It was very obvious when all the mean comments, you'd click on their profile and $TSLA was in it. Every single
A lot
time.
of them were like, well, this car doesn't have self-driving, so it's not as good.
Self-driving saves lives.
Yeah.
That was an
like,
actual
well,
comment I saw.
I guess you could just reduce every car to does it have Tesla self-driving or not? And if that's your version of an advanced take on cars, then keep shipping that. But I think there's a lot of interesting things about this
Most
product.
Teslas don't have Tesla.
They ignore that. Yeah, this was a really good, complete product in a lot of ways, and that was worth talking about.
Well, speaking of Tesla, really quick, sort of. Where are we in the segment
This
already?
link is still here. Wait, are we talking about this?
Have you seen this?
I watched this clip.
Did you watch this clip?
It's so
I can't
funny.
tell. Do we know anything else about this clip?
We know what happens. Yes. Okay. So
where is this from?
I'm going to explain something to you.
Yeah.
Okay. So we all know the Tesla Optimus robot, right? We all know that they're remote controlled.
We do.
Not
Elon
everybody
says it's not.
Not everybody thinks like that.
Well,
You have to phrase it like
this one is remote controlled.
it's pretty clear.
If you leave the cookies out on Christmas Eve.
So there's this incredible clip of a Tesla Optimus robot who had been serving people water bottles. And, had been serving them, autonomously, not. And then at one point, the robot just picks its hands up, takes off an invisible headset, and then just falls backwards.
It like just minorly bumps the table, gets frustrated,
It's
and
so
then
beautiful.
Like at first I'm like, oh, that's so funny. It takes its headset off, but then it just like freezes and just comedically falls backwards through a like curtain.
Guys. But have you tried version 14 yet?
Oh, yeah, true.
Tell me, have you
Dude,
tried
this
version
clip is
14?
outdated as long as version 14 exists.
The best part about this is that this event was called the Tesla Autonomy Visualized event.
Oh, that's where it came
When
from?
this was not autonomous.
It's not autonomous.
What do you think it was that got the person who was wearing the headset so frustrated?
They're like,
Somebody
throw
picked up
it
a
out.
water bottle for themselves. They're like, I'm out.
One of the water bottles like explodes. Watch right here. When it falls down.
This is brutal.
He hits it so hard.
This is a tough clip.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I just
This will make the headlines, but none of the successful autonomy of the robot will make headlines, guys.
All right. So last thing before we go to trivia. A few weeks ago, I had mentioned that Fairphone was going to finally start selling stuff in the U.S. They were going to sell the Fairphone 6 in the U.S. and they were going to sell the all-new Fairbuds XL, which are headphones that, it's confusing when they Fairbuds, but they're
buds.
XL, but they're not buds. They're actually
There's also no regular Fairbuds.
Yeah.
So there's just the XL.
Yeah. So anyway, I talked about that, and the funny thing about that is that there's this thing called an embargo.
Wait, there are Fairbuds.
Oh.
Are there?
So I was like, I'm pretty sure there's Fairbuds.
Oh, okay, good.
A week or so ago, Fairphone posted a teaser on their Instagram. So do me a favor, click on the link that I put in the show notes, the Instagram link.
Got it.
Okay, so describe what this video is that they posted.
Someone pulling up a box, and then it says "Stay tuned."
So what is on the box?
Braille
A QR code and
and
some
a
braille.
QR code.
Can you scan that QR code?
Can I? Let's try.
Marques, can you describe where it brought you?
It takes me to a YouTube video that just says introducing the improved Fairbuds XL. And
Wait.
it's a 45-second video of
Wait, what?
the headphones.
No, they changed it. Oh.
Yeah,
They
mine
changed the-
takes me there too.
Okay,
they changed the
so
URL.
up until they had literally announced this today, it took you to the Waveform episode where I accidentally broke embargo.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's hilarious.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. They emailed me about it.
That's so good.
They emailed me. They're like, "Hey, David," and then wink, and then they showed the frame, and then I went to it, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Well
And in the
played.
comments of that post, people say, "Where does the QR code go?" And then someone says, "A YouTube podcast." Anyway,
Incredible.
these are
that-
officially
Was that Megan Fox?
no. Megan Fox was Bieber.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to Megan. Anyway,
Transformers was lit.
their new headphones. They sent them to me. They're much better than the first Fairbuds XL. They have this plush material on them. I forgot to bring them today. I really wish I had brought them.
Oh, I brought mine.
You have them?
I have them. But I didn't.
Oh.
It's too late. I don't have them. Describe them.
All right. They have this sort of a knit, like 3D knit kind of material, which
Yeah.
is like much higher quality. You can replace pretty much every aspect of them. The cool thing is that if you had the Fairbuds XL from the last generation, you can actually just buy the new drivers from
That
the new
is the
Fairbuds
coolest
XL
thing, yeah.
and put them in the old Fairbuds XL. So I think that's awesome. One thing is they sent me both colors. They sent me there's a really nice green one, and then there's a black one. And the joystick on the green one was broken when I got it, which sucks.
Can you replace it?
I don't know.
Oh,
Good
It would
question.
be fair.
In theory, you should be able to, right?
Maybe.
Isn't
I would think
isn't
with
that like the whole
Fairphone.
thing?
Or maybe the
Yeah.
whole can.
It's like a lot of it. Yeah, it's a lot of it. Anyway, yeah, they're going to be sold in the U.S. Just like the phones. So Fairphone is like really making a U.S. play now, finally.
$229 for these headphones.
$229
US through Amazon.
U.S. I think they sounded pretty good. I think you're mostly buying the sustainable, like better blood diamond mine stuff.
I think this is a good category for them. Like the phone obviously is hard because you try to miniaturize everything, and then the Fairphone is like a little thicker, and that's fine. But like, I imagine they can match all the specs of normal headphones. They aren't like super cramped for space. Like they can have a 40-hour battery life and ANC and microphones everywhere and all the stuff that you expect out of headphones, and make them comfortable and make them repairable,
yeah.
and not really sacrifice. So
Yeah.
I think that's a successful new category.
Yeah, I think that they sounded way better than the other ones. They fold really well. The other ones were just too stiff, and like they had like this leather. I don't know. It's a lot better now. So
That's good.
anyway, those are officially out. I apologize
to absolutely no
to
one.
absolutely.
Yeah, it's funny that they lean
Do what
into
I
it.
want.
It's like kind of when I've told the Samsung story before on this, the SSDs.
Yeah, we.
Oh yeah,
It's kind of
you want
reminds
to
me of
recap that. for
I did
people
a
that
"What's
don't
in my
know?
bag" video like many years ago, back when I was about to go to CES, and I had the Samsung X5 SSD in my and I've been using it for like weeks, and I was like, "This thing is awesome! I definitely need to shout it out." And I shouted it out, and then as I was adding links to the description for all the stuff in my bag, I couldn't find a link for it, so I just went, "Oh well." And then I got an email from them after the video published saying, "We're really glad you like the drive. Embargo's tomorrow." So I'll have a link for you when you want to add that to the
The funny
description.
thing too is that SSD was like went on to become like one of the best SSDs for the next like 5 years,
Yeah,
and
earned
they discontinued it, and there wasn't anything better than it for another like few years.
Yeah, it was
So,
awesome,
Yeah, they were selling
read.
like secondhand.
which is crazy for a Samsung SSD.
I know.
But anyway,
You know
Good
it'll
times.
never be discontinued?
Trivia
good answer.
until this podcast crumbles.
You haven't seen my 2026 plans yet.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No more trivia.
What was the name of the canceled Google AR XR project? Damn it.
I don't have the right answer, but I do have a good answer.
I'll give you a hint. No, I won't.
Wait.
Sounds like we all need the hint.
Yeah, this one's a little difficult.
How much time do we have?
That's the hint.
I wanted to ask a different question, but I realized I spoiled it by putting the answer in memes because I got an email from some PR agent this week about asking me to come check out a product that they claimed was the world's smartest toilet.
We made a joke.
Let's go to
about that.
Japan.
This one was genius, bro.
I want the wrapped from that toilet.
Yeah. No, but that was what made it so smart. Is it would like analyze your pee and make health recommendations, and then also if you
Sell your data.
if you bought it for old people and no one used it for 12 hours, it would notify your loved ones, which actually is kind of cool.
I mean, I don't use my bathroom for 12 hours.
You can
Okay,
use a
we're not going to
different
get into
toilet.
that. We're not
Anyway.
going to.
All right.
Do you want the hint?
Yeah, no.
Well, we can't change
I
anything
mean,
now, can we?
they change it.
I really bungled this one, guys. All right, flip them.
Oh boy. Okay.
All right, who wants to go first?
I'm wrong. I'll just say I wrote Google Beam because it can beam you to a new location.
I think that is a thing, but it's not this thing.
No,
Yeah,
it
it's
was
not
in
this.
Android 4.
I wrote Project Boohan.
It's not Halloween anymore.
I said Project Glass.
What an idiot.
Wait. Oh, I should have said Air. Was
No.
it Air?
The answer was Project Iris. Project.
That makes way too much sense for a Google project name.
I know, right?
That's why it got canceled.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Score time. Marquez has 10.
Still.
Andrew with 13.
I feel like I've had 10 for like
I
a
know
month.
it's been a minute. David with 9. All right,
had
here's
9
your
for
chance.
just
This
as
is
long.
it. You guys can all get a point.
Why don't you meet me in the middle?
With the new Android XR stuff, they introduced a new toolkit called Jetpack Compose What? And because we didn't have enough time for Ellis to give you a hint, I will give you guys a hint. It rhymes with shimmer.
Jetpack Joyride.
That doesn't ride with shimmer.
Jetpack
Joyrider.
Joyrider.
Jetpack Veritas.
It'd be really funny if it was just Shimmer.
It would actually be hilarious. I would feel really dumb.
Flip them and read.
Flip 'em
Do we
and
all
read.
write the
What do we
same
got?
thing now?
Marquez, what did you write?
Jetpack composed dimmer.
Dinner.
Andrew, what did you write?
Or Glimmer.
David?
I wrote Glimmer.
Correct.
We're finally tied, Marquez. Don't you like being tied with me?
I've had 10 points since 2022. It's been so long since I got a point.
We're in the same club now.
10-point club. Carry the one. We're all carrying the one. That's good.
10-point club.
Wow.
Remember that? Oh, yeah. When you
Well,
shit
hey.
on me by accident.
We learned something new. That's the point of trivia. We either get it right or we learn something new. And today I learned 2 new facts. So
I thought the point of trivia was to win.
it's about the friends you make along the way. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I assume you've already subscribed. So thanks to getting us to 500,000 subscribers. This was a huge year for Waveform. We still got more coming up. We got regular scheduled episodes. We got bonus episodes. December, don't stop. So I guess we call it Techcember.
No,
Catch
we
you in
don't.
the next one.
We don't say that.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Some people say.
Waveform is produced by Adam Molina and Ellis Riven. We're partnered with the Vox Media Podcast Network. And our intro outro music was created by Vane Sill.
Bingo!
They spent hundreds of hours and sleepless nights prompting this.